Fierce fans, for those of you tuning into the pay-per-view and for those of you in attendance here at the Maverick Center in West Valley City, Utah, welcome to the final Fierce Fighting Championship card of 2023. Tonight's event is sanctioned by the Pete Suazo Utah Athletic Commission with Executive Director Scott Bowler in attendance. Dr. Cabot Murdoch is also cage side this evening, along with timekeeper Brittany Jones. The judges for this evening are Stephen Farragher, Dennis McMahon, and Dan First, and the referees in charge when the fights begin will be Dave Selyusted and Tyler Tomlinson. Fierce fans, we are moments away from our very first fight of the evening, but at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor the country with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome the return of an extremely talented musician and vocalist from Farmington, Utah, Michelle Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' raglan, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One more time, make some noise for Michelle Smith. All right, Fierce fans, we are now ready for the final card of 2023. 24 mixed martial artists, 12 total fights, including 3 title fights for one Fierce Fighting Championship evening. So I need everybody here in the Maverick Center to let those fighters in the back know that you are here. Put your hands together and make some noise! Our first fight of the evening is sponsored by KC Tree Care. This veteran-owned and operated business provides affordable professional tree services with quality work and prices that won't leave you stumped. Not only has the owner, Carson Craig, done work for us in the past on the Challenger Series cage, but he is one of the first 2 fighters this evening who will actually do work inside this cage. Be sure to call KC Tree Care. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Nick Jackson and Carson Craig to the cage.
All right, first of 2 amateur debuters here tonight is Nick Jackson. Caitlin, a dual sport collegiate athlete in soccer and football. Reminds me of another collegiate athlete on their way up right now, Andrew Mickelson.
Totally, and look how well Andrew's career has played out so far. Having a background at competing at such a high level can really play into his favor while he's making his MMA debut.
Jason, these are some pretty incredible numbers. A collegiate football player at Southern Utah University, a defensive end, 235 pounds. Soccer at the University of Utah, 185 pounds. Tipped the scales yesterday at 168.5 pounds. He's had a body transformation and continued to be an athlete throughout the entirety of it.
I know it. You know that's something that I love to see in these athletes. I love to see them getting their nutrition intact. Love to see them fighting at their weight classes they should be fighting at. Really excited to see what Nick Jackson brings to the cage this evening.
Nick Jackson making his debut, the first of two to do so at Fierce Fighting Championship 28. 1 year of Muay Thai under the belt. Minimal jiu-jitsu reps, however, he will lean into his striking credentials in his debut here tonight. Obviously, a lifetime of competition leading up to this sport. Caitlin, it's different, though, when you make that jump from regular sports to something like this.
Definitely, because you are the only one in that cage. All eyes are on you. With soccer, football, you have teammates around you, but when you're in the cage, it's all you there, you know?
All right, 2,722 days away, but back once again is One Hit MMA's Carson Craig. Jason, it's been 7 years, but the initial Fierce fans dating back to 2016 remember Craig getting his hand raised in one of the greatest fights in the history of the promotion.
Yeah, fighting out of One Hit MMA. You know Carson Craig's going to be ready. He's got Cole Faust in his corner, all those in there. All those guys are killers out of that One Hit MMA gym in Layton. This should be a banger fight to start off the night tonight.
All right, with that, let's pull up our tale of the tape. First time tonight for this amateur welterweight bout. This tale of the tape is brought to you by Water and Wellness. Nick Jackson facing off against Carson Craig. Craig, 3 years senior. Jackson, 3 inches taller. Craig weighing in at 168.5 pounds. 1 pound lighter will be Jackson out of Fight City. Jackson again making his debut. Craig with a record of 1-1 back after 7 years away.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by KC Tree Care. This fight is an amateur welterweight bout scheduled for three 3-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur debut. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 167.5 pounds. Fighting out of Fight City, SLC, hailing from Cottonwood Heights, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Nick Jackson. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 168.5 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from Roy, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Carson Craig.
Long-awaited comeback for Carson Craig in the red gloves, debuting Nick Jackson in the blue to kick off Fierce Fighting Championship 28. This welterweight bout is brought to you by KC Tree Care, providing professional tree service with prices that won't leave you stumped. KC Tree Care, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
Carson just tearing up that calf right now.
Jackson trades back as well.
Oh, that head kick landed by Nick.
Jackson wrapping up the guillotine. Again, minimal jiu-jitsu reps, but seems to be in a good position.
Yeah, he's got it tight around his neck.
Craig, a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. His first loss was a submission. That was back in April 2016. Separates there. Back to the center they go. Inside leg kick as Craig finds one upstairs. Caitlin, Jackson active early.
Oh, yeah, both of these guys are active early, and both of these guys are catching each other.
Craig connects there in the traffic.
Craig got a nice little takedown right there. Let's see if Nick can work back up to his feet.
Yeah, we'll see if Nick's been training a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
I feel like Nick right now needs to let go of the head, unless he really feels like he has this choke, but the fence might be getting in the way. But if I were him, I would use that whizzer to stand up against the cage.
And you can hear Nick's corner telling him to move his head towards him to get away from the cage there.
He could maybe look for a butterfly sweep right here, but I think his best bet would be to let go of the head, get the whizzer, stand up, and take the fight back up to the feet.
The arms could be getting gassed too, I would say.
Yeah, and he's trying to use brute strength here to flip Carson over, which is just going to end up getting him gassed out here.
Final minute, round 1.
I think Carson seems like he's just kind of biding the time here, staying calm.
Craig calmly moves to the back, continues to pursue the takedown, finds their way on the other side of the cage.
Can we just crown Carson as having the best hair of the night? Oh, big shots landed by Carson up against the cage now.
Craig back up for another takedown. He will get that one cleanly. Pop from the Maverick Center as he transitions to mount. 20 ticks to go, round 1, as Craig starts to tee off.
Looks like he might get the finish here. Only 15 seconds left. Oh,
there is the tap, and that will do it. Carson Craig back in a big way.
Big win tonight for Carson Craig.
Nice rear naked choke. He had one hook in, and I think he kind of just beat Nick mentally right there on that one.
We will have to see what the future holds for Carson Craig. We will check if we have got a replay presented by Water and Wellness. A slick way to finish the fight. Carson Craig looks great coming back after 7 years away, Caitlin.
Definitely, yeah. He doesn't look like he's been away for 7 years, so that's awesome. It's an awesome way to get back into the cage. First round finish, submission.
Looks like we are just about ready to take that instant replay presented by Water and Wellness.
So here you go. Carson tees off on him a little bit. Nick turns his back. And then Carson has one hook in, or sneaks one hook in right here, locks up the choke, and gets the tap right there.
It was pretty quick. Looks like he's got a firm grip on that one. Carson Craig, a blue belt over at One Hit MMA, certainly showed it here tonight. We're going to make it official right now with Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by submission due to rear naked choke, Carson Craig!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here at the winner, Mr. Carson Craig. Carson, it's been a while since we've seen you in the cage. You came back, you get a quick finish. Tell us what was going on through your mind walking into the cage after so long.
He hits hard as fuck. It hurt. My eyes shut, so I'm glad I finished it. Yeah, that's it. I've got a good team behind me. Hard work pays off, as you can see. That's it.
I love it. Is there anybody you want to give thanks to tonight? Families, friends, sponsors?
All my family that showed up, all my friends that showed up, my One Hit family, my sponsors. We've got Tucker's Feed. I have Wasatch Beauty and Care. I have KC Tree Care, which is me. And I have Tailored Tails as well. Other than that, it's all hard work. Hard work pays off.
I love it. Congratulations again on a quick performance. We can't wait to see you back in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Mr. Carson Craig.
Salt Lake City, get ready for the biggest bare knuckle fighting championship card ever. Saturday, December 2nd at the Maverick Center. In the main event, Platinum Mike Perry knuckles up with Eddie the Underground King Alvarez. In the heavyweight co-main event, Big Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy collide. Also a rematch for the women's bare knuckle world title as champ Christine Misfit Faria fights Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Plus 2 other world title fights. Witness history live. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
All right, welcome back into Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. Great way to kick off the night, Jason. Carson Craig looked great in there after a long time away.
Yeah, quick finish tonight. He comes in there. He makes quick work of Nick Jackson tonight. Great to see him back in the cage. I can't wait to see him come back.
Caitlin, he faced some adversity early on, too, from someone who was kind of unassuming in Nick Jackson, someone who hasn't been training very long but was a collegiate athlete as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was a really big test for Nick Jackson. Hopefully he goes back to the training room, works on a couple things, and comes back, because Carson Craig, he has experience, and he's no joke. So I don't think Nick should hang his head by any means. He should go back, work on his craft, and then hopefully come back stronger in his next fight.
All right, talking about coming back stronger, Matthew Chenault back after quite a little bit of time away. On top of that, Ricky Mamone back for the first time since June. They're about to make the walk right now. Jackson Hoops is going to bring him out.
All right, Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Detail Sharks. With over 10 years of experience, they have polished the Thunderbirds, cleaned the roller coasters at Lagoon, ceramic-coated supercars, but more importantly, they've mastered the art of shampooing and detailing all of your minivans. For all your mobile detailing needs, trust Detail Sharks. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Ricky Mamone and Matthew Chenault to the cage.
Humble in victory and back to compete is Ricky Mamone. Jason, it is imperative when talking about Ricky to talk about the devastating boxing possessed by this 19-year-old.
Yeah, this kid's got dynamites in his hands. He throws with bad intentions with every shot. And don't sleep on his wrestling. He's great. He's got a wrestling background. This guy's, he could end up being, he's a complete fighter. I'm looking forward to see him take this next step.
Wrestled for 3 years over at Granger High School, where he placed at state his senior year. Certainly showed those grappling chops more so against Malachi Novosel back in April. Caitlin, on top of that, been getting some work in over at the dojo in Kaysville, the likes of Bobby King as well as many other talented fighters from out of that gym.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, Bobby King's gym is a really great striking gym, so I'm excited to see if it's propelled his striking even to the next level. Even he was awesome anyway beforehand.
All right, first of two out of Chandler MMA in Scottsdale, Arizona. Enter Matthew Chenault. Caitlin, took less than 90 seconds to find a submission last year. A pair of jiu-jitsu medals as a blue belt. You've got to think that grappling will be an area of attention for the visiting fighter here tonight.
Definitely. With his background, I'm guessing he'll be looking for the takedown early and looking to get an early finish in the fight. But let's see if he can beat his last time of 90 seconds.
Matthew Chenault signed on the dotted line on November 1st. At 165 pounds. Tipped the scales yesterday, Jason, at 145.5. Had to go through quite the drastic weight cut to get here, but he is here looking to go 2-0.
Yeah, pretty fit. He's already a lean guy, so that must have been a really tough cut for him. We'll see if that plays a factor tonight if this fight ends up going into the deeper rounds.
5-1 in jiu-jitsu competition as a blue belt is Matthew Chenault. We will have to see how he utilizes it here tonight. We're going to pull up that tail of the tape for this amateur featherweight bout between Matthew Chenault and Ricky Mamone. Chenault, 3 years senior, as well as 5 inches taller than the Hawaiian. Chenault weighing in yesterday at 145.5 pounds. As for Ricky Mamone, he did miss weight by 1 pound at 147. Chenault with a record of 1-0. Mamone with a record of 1-1.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Detail Sharks. This fight is an amateur featherweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyustad. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in above the contracted weight at 147 pounds. Fighting out of Iron Monster Factory, hailing from Panaeba, Hawaii. Fierce fans, make some noise for Ricky the Paniolo Mamon! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 1 win and 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 145 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Chandler MMA, hailing from Sacramento, California. Fierce fans, make some noise for Matthew Bones Chenault!
Submission specialist Matthew Chenault in the red gloves, the heavy-handed Ricky Mamon in the blue gloves. This amateur featherweight bout is brought to you by Detail Sharks. Leave your vehicle looking and feeling like it just rolled off the lot. Detail Sharks, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Second of 12 fights slated here tonight. Just a couple more before we get to those title bouts to headline our prelims.
Don't blink, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Ricky's going right into it. No filling out process there, just throws up a head kick.
Mamon has had 3 different opponents leading into this one. Chenault jumps on that takedown. Mamon gets the immediate reversal.
Yeah, beautiful reversal. Sorry to interrupt you there, Blake.
Mamon back up to the feet and starts to punish.
And he is throwing bombs already.
Beautiful outside trip there, Caitlin. Oh, my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Ricky Mamon is putting on a show right now. Let's see if he can keep this up because it is a lot of energy.
Chenault active with a high guard.
He's searching for a triangle there.
The same submission that Ricky Mamon was submitted by against Malachi Novosel back in April of this year. I still can't get over that outside trip.
Wow, that was impressive. Yeah, Ricky doing the right things. He's playing it pretty smart.
Jiu-jitsu has certainly been one of the main focuses for Mamon over there at the dojo in Kaysville, Utah, alongside his training with his father.
And now as Mamon's making it uncomfortable, pulling him right up against the cage.
Guard is opened up from the striking of Mamon. Sprawled once again is the fighter out of Iron Monster Academy.
I think Matthew's feeling some of those shots right now. He's already wearing it on his face a little bit.
Definitely, it's got to be hard when your opponent doesn't let you breathe for even like a second.
Chenault throwing a little bit more offense late in round 1.
Nice knee up the middle by Mamon.
Mamon punches out of it.
You can hear Chenault's corner, hands high, hands high. I got my hands up here, high up here.
Mamon went for the kill shot. Chenault chases another takedown. Mamon privy to it. Knee up the middle again for Mamon. As he connects there, goes to the body. Down!
There's no mouth guard. Mouth guard went flying.
That mouth guard went flying, and he's hurt bad.
Chenault was dropped by Mamon. Tyler Tomlinson, or I apologize, Dave Selyustad.
I'm not sure Dave saw that mouthpiece go away. Mamon's just dropping big bombs, bad intentions from Ricky Mamon.
I mean, props to Chenault for hanging in there, though, after that.
Mamon with some devastating offense to close out round 1. Jason, very impressive.
I'm impressive with his jiu-jitsu defense and his takedowns in that round. That sweep takedown was amazing, and his striking looked phenomenal. I'm really impressed with Ricky Mamon tonight.
Totally, and Chenault weathered the storm. Let's see how much energy Ricky Mamon put out in that first round and see if he can carry that same pressure into the second round. If he slows down a little bit, I think Chenault can have a chance to get his wits about him and hopefully pick up the pace a little bit.
Let's take it over to a replay right now presented by Water and Wellness. If we could just bring it back just a little bit, we get the Ricky Mamone knockdown.
I believe it was the combination. He landed an overhand and body kick.
Overhand hook right there.
Yep, and then that hook.
Boom, drops him.
Chenault looks like he recovered well.
A lot of offensive output. You've got to wonder the gas tank of Mamone headed into the top of round 2, a possible 3.
Nice little lead uppercut from Mamone. You know, with Ricky Mamone training up at the dojo, he's just going to get better and better with his striking up there with Bobby King, Trevor Bradshaw, Joe Haro.
Oh.
Mamone finds himself on the bottom. Gets right back up promptly. Chenault applying some pressure. Mamone up against the cage.
Chenault's doing a good job controlling Ricky Mamone against the cage right now. Landing some knees to the thigh.
All 3 fights between these two have not seen a second round. This is the deepest waters either of them have ever been in terms of MMA competition.
Looks like Ricky might be slowing down a little bit this round.
Yeah, a lot of explosive moves from Ricky. As soon as Chenault gets him down, he's exploding right back up. Takes a lot of energy with the guy.
Oh, he just got the switch. Mean rear uppercut off of the break.
Gets the oohs and ahs from the Maverick Center. As Mamone begins to tee off again, the striking has been punishing.
I think he just dropped him with a body shot right there.
He did. He dropped him with that body shot.
Right up against the broadcast booth.
Props to Chenault for staying in this because he's taking some big shots right now from Ricky Mamone, and he's standing right back up. Right back to the body, Ricky Mamone goes. Uppercuts and body shots. Ricky, and a big head kick by Ricky Mamone.
That will do it. Dominant from bell to bell. It's Ricky Mamone.
Very impressive night from Ricky Mamone. Wow.
Caitlin, that was one of the most dominant performances I can remember over the past couple of months.
Ricky Mamone just has to be one of the best amateurs Utah has right now. He is so impressive. His technique is awesome. He's explosive. He's exciting. Great performance by Ricky Mamone.
Looks like we are nearing a replay presented by Water and Wellness. We're going to take it right now. Caitlin, all yours.
So right here, Ricky's teeing off on him, landing some mean shots, head kicks, uppercuts. He dropped him with that overhand right, and it looks like Chenault just didn't want any more of that. The ref stepped in, and he got the finish.
Impressive finish for Ricky Mamone. We will have to see if we can get an instant replay and Ricky Mamone can walk us through it. It looks like we will be able to. But prior to that, we got to give it over to our man Jackson Hoops to make it official.
Fierce fans, Dave Selyaset has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 8 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO, Ricky the Pani Hello Mamone.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Ricky Mamone. Ricky, that was an impressive performance tonight. How you feeling?
Feeling good, you know. I just gotta give a big shout out to this brother for stepping up in 2 weeks' notice. And thank you for Fierce Fighting, for letting me be a part of this.
Yeah, I gotta say, in that first round, it looked like he was going for a triangle. You defended well. You came back in that second round with some brutal body shots. Did you think those body shots were gonna be there tonight?
Yeah, that's the plan. You know, my dad's been making me work a lot more body shots because, we do a lot of head hunting, but No, we definitely was looking for our body shots all night.
Yeah, an impressive performance. Are we going to see you back in the cage again soon?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I said it before, back into the office, train, watch film. Although I came out with the win, there's a lot of mistakes I could have did better, so we want to go out from here.
I love it. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to give a big shout out to all my family and friends that came out to support me, to all my sponsors, Umekies, Gabu Media, Aloha Fencing, and to my dad, thank you for always being there for me, my mom. Everybody back home in Hilo, Hawaii, hey, just a small town boy chasing my dreams. If I can do it, you can do it, no excuses. A hui hoa to the next show, and always remember, Hawaiian forever.
Hey, Ricky, I just want to turn around and face the big screen up here. I just got word that we're going to walk me through this replay right here.
Oh, well, that overhand, the last 2 fights, that's one of my favorite moves. And I haven't really did any kicks, so I wanted to show you guys what I could do.
Yeah, once again, amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mr. Ricky Mamone.
You are now in the presence of a king.
Tastes like an almond joy. Pretty good. Bomb.
Yeah, but if you go there and say, you recovered it perfectly.
All right, welcome back in to Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. We're seeing the guy on the screen right now, Ricky Mamone. Maybe the most improved performance. I mean, from April to now, obviously he had that fight with Kyle Brown in June, but he looks like a different fighter in there, Jason. So much more aware of all of the other attacks that could be happening.
Yeah, I'm just going to say right now, good luck to Zach Partridge for finding this guy opponent for the next fight. I love this kid. Ran into him in the parking lot, said, hey, man, I hope I get to interview you after your fight, and we got to see the interview. So.
And Kid is right. You have to remember he is only 19 years old, and he is that impressive.
Ricky Mamone will continue to be a fun face to see on any given Fierce Fighting Championship card. Speaking of that, Viliami Kulu, one of the biggest names, facing opposite Caden Bentley. We're going to bring him out right now.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Damage Plan Insurance. They are your one-stop shop, offering the best coverage for your price for your home, auto, and life insurance. Do something today that your future self will thank you for later, and don't settle for anything less than the best. Damage Plan Insurance. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Viliami Kulu and Caden Bentley to the cage.
All right, if he is on the prelims, there's evidence to suggest that you are watching the most stacked Fierce card of the year. Here is Viliami Kulu. Jason, 4th fight this year and a dominant bounce-back performance in August primes him for his 7th amateur walk.
Scary man, Viliami Kulu is right here. He's big, he's powerful, he's strong. He's been working on his wrestling. You know he's got heavy hands. Love seeing Viliami Kulu step in the cage.
Viliami Kulu getting some work with the number 6 UFC heavyweight contender, Alexander Volkov, during this camp. High name, high profile in terms of who he has been in his career. Caitlin, your thoughts on just being able to get reps in with big names?
I mean, that only helps improve your performance, and it helps improve your skill, it helps improve your confidence to see how you line up and adjust to with teammates who are on a higher level than you.
Viliami Kulu follows suit with Zeke Latu as the only fighters to appear on every Maverick Center show this year, January, April, August, and closes out the year with us here in November. All right, back after 3 fights away, enter Caden Bentley. Caitlin, he's garnered a pair of wins since the last time we saw him, even contested for a title. Seems to be getting his footing underneath him.
Totally. It's awesome to see him get a couple of wins under his belt. I started out my pro career 0-2, so I know how rough it can be mentally to pull yourself out of that. So kudos to him for not giving up and sticking through it.
4th fight in 11 months for Caden Bentley, as well as a robust schedule for him. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second, but before that, let's pull up our tale of the tape for this amateur light heavyweight bout. Caden Bentley facing opposite Viliami Kulu, both fighters 29 years of age. The height advantage will fly by way of Kulu. Bentley weighing in at 204.5 pounds, Kulu weighing in at 203. Caden Bentley with a record of 2-4. Viliami Kulu with a record of 4-2. Jason, he has faced Caden Bentley, the 2 top light heavyweights in the entire state. Shaden Polson a couple of months ago, and then on top of that, facing Viliami Kulu here tonight.
Yeah, Caden Bentley's a fighter's fighter. This guy will fight anybody, anytime, any place. He's taking short notice fights, and he brings it every fight. He's competitive in every one of these fights that he steps in the cage with. So don't sleep on this guy. You're going to look at these two, and you're going to think, oh, Viliami Kulu is just going to walk through this guy. And don't think that, because Caden Bentley can bring it.
2-1 in his last 3. We will have to see if he can extend that to 3-1 right now.
All right, Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Damage Plan Insurance, and this fight is an amateur light heavyweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 4 wins and 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 203 pounds. Fighting out of Stoneman Boxing and Wasatch Combat Sports, hailing from Pleasant Grove, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Viliami Dark Knight Kulu. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 2 wins and 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 204.5 pounds. Fighting out of ACW Fight Team, hailing from Parowan, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Caden Bentley.
Back in the Maverick Center is Caden Bentley in the red gloves. The fan favorite, Viliami Kulu, sports the blue. This amateur light heavyweight bout is brought to you by Damage Plan Insurance, your one-stop shop for a plan to fit your needs. Damage Plan Insurance, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Kulu busy early, connects on the chin a handful of times there.
Caden's landed some big shots. I like seeing him close the distance on Kulu and not letting him use that length.
Caden's making me nervous sticking his tongue out like that, though. I don't want any tongues getting cut off.
I don't know if you want to make Kulu mad. We saw what happened the last time somebody made Kulu mad.
A dominant performance back in August against Anwar Al Nasser.
I think Kulu's talking to him in there.
Punching again, and he's out! Viliami Kulu, heavy-handed as ever!
I think that was a counter hook, but that was a slick counter to Caden putting on the pressure, coming in hard. Kulu countered that and got the finish.
3-1 on the year, dominant as can be. Viliami Kulu continues to be a problem for everyone else in the state.
Impressive performance by Viliami Kulu tonight. Wow.
Continuing to build and grow his career with every year. Caitlin, we've got our instant replay right now presented by Water and Wellness.
All right, so right there, I mean, Caden Bentley was pushing forward, coming in a little bit sloppy. Kulu just had that, I think it was a quick little uppercut hook, and dropped him.
We're going to take it over to Jackson Hoops to make it official right now.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 39 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Viliami Dark Knight Kulu.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Viliama Kulu. Viliama, that was quick work tonight, man.
Yeah, I want to go home. That's it, you know?
You're on your way there, but I got to interview you first, so you got to wait a few seconds. So it looked like you guys were kind of talking to each other. Were you guys talking to each other in there?
Not really. He's a good guy. Doesn't want to be, but when the cage is close, that's it, man.
So quick finish. Are we going to see you back again soon?
Yes, I'll be back.
I love it. Is there any sponsors, family, friends you want to give a shout out to?
Give a shout out to Wasatch Combat. I love that gym. Give a shout out for Water Witness, Lions, Built. Yep, thank you for everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations again, Viliama Kulu.
Salt Lake City, get ready for the biggest bare knuckle fighting championship card ever. Saturday, December 2nd at the Maverick Center. In the main event, Platinum Mike Perry knuckles up with Eddie the Underground King Alvarez. In the heavyweight co-main event, Big Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy collide. Also a rematch for the women's bare knuckle world title as champ Christine Misfit Faria fights Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Plus 2 other world title fights. Witness history live. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
Welcome back into Fierce Fighting Championship 28. 3 fights in, 3 finishes, dominant throughout. Caitlin, I think it's been the card of the year thus far. I mean, it's leading up to that forecast.
Definitely. I love seeing finishes, so it's been an awesome little treat for us tonight so far.
Jason, your thoughts? We've been calling fights all year long. We haven't had a start this hot in a while, I think.
It's been a pretty quick finish on the first 3 fights. Can I change my pick on the over-under?
I was just about to say, I'm going to come back with some receipts if we're headed into the co-main event with more than 10 finishes. It looks like we are just about ready, holding off for just a moment as Viliama Kulu exits the cage. But Ricky Mamone dominant, Carson Craig, a special performance by him. Viliama Kulu continues that trend, and we will see with Moses Oslin and Talon Carvalho. We haven't seen Moses Oslin here in Utah. We got some stats for him as he makes the walk, but Jason, Talon Carvalho has been on the tear.
Yeah, he's been really impressive. I really like that kid. He's fun. He's explosive in the cage. He's great outside the cage. I'm looking forward to this fight and see what Moises Oslin can bring to this fight, because I'm sure he's watched some of Talon's previous fights.
Speaking a little bit more about Talon Carvalho, Caitlin, you saw him in June, only for a handful of seconds, 21 to be exact. Your thoughts on what he gave in that small sample size?
I mean, he really went for it in those 21 seconds, got the quick finish, and so I am kind of interested to see what a fight would look like with Talon having it be a little bit longer, to be able to see if we can see a little bit more skill, some wrestling, ground game, see what he has to offer.
All right, it looks like his opposition is ready to make the walk. We are going to take it over to our man, Jackson Hopes, right now.
Fierce fans, our next fight of the evening is sponsored by Optimal Therapeutics Performance and Recovery. They specialize in sports stretch, custom tailored massages, corrective exercise, and targeted cryotherapy. They are even here tonight working nonstop for our fighters in the back, providing the care that they need. Optimal Therapeutics Performance and Recovery, keeping every body moving. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Moses Oslin and Talon Carvalho to the cage.
All right, in enemy territory, seeking to spoil the party is Team Overtime's Moses Oslin. Caitlin coming in from Temecula, California with a handful of kickboxing and an under-the-table MMA fight as well. This debut certainly seems more familiar to him than most.
It can be pretty nerve-wracking making your MMA debut not having any martial arts competition experience. So being able to compete in smoker bouts, kickboxing fights, or jiu-jitsu tournaments can really play to your favor when making your debut.
Moses Oslin training for 1 year over at Team Overtime in Temecula, California. Again, he does have a slew of fights. They just haven't been commissioned or sanctioned, and so no official record, but certainly prepared for a big moment at a big stage like Fierce Fighting Championship 28. All right, third fight in 6 months for one of the flashiest fighters to fly onto the scene this year is Talon Carvalho. Jason, 21 seconds to best a veteran in Dustin Jones back in June. He's made his presence known in a very short time.
Yeah, you're watching this kid walk out right now, and he looks like a 20-fight veteran walking out here. He's confident. He's playing it up for the crowd. He's singing his walkout song. I love this kid.
Caitlin, we see the record of 2-0, less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds of fight time in his first 2 outings. It's pretty quick of a night at the office for someone like Talon Carvalho.
Definitely. I'm sure we'll see a quick finish with him, but we'll see if we can get another one.
All right, let's pull up that tail of the tape right now, presented by Water and Wellness. This amateur lightweight bout between Moses Oslin and Talon Carvalho. Carvalho 4 years older, Oslin 1 inch taller. Oslin weighing in at 154.5 pounds, Carvalho weighing in at 154 pounds. Oslin making his official debut here tonight, Talon Carvalho with a record of 2-0. Average fight time thus far, 1 minute and 14 seconds for Talon Carvalho. And catapulted to the number 3 amateur lightweight in the state of Idaho following his swift performance back in June.
Very swift performance.
Looks like they're exchanging a couple words back and forth in the cage already.
Fireworks, Fierce fans, fireworks. This fight is sponsored by Optimal Therapeutics Performance and Recovery. This fight is an amateur lightweight bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyustad. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his amateur debut. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 154.5 pounds. Fighting out of Team Overtime MMA, hailing from Temecula, California. Fierce fans, make some noise for Moses the Menace Oslin. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 2 wins and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of the Pit SLC, hailing from Benjamin, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Talon Carvalho!
The Pit SLC's Talon Carvalho in the red gloves. Southern California's Moses Oslin officially debuts in the blue gloves. This amateur lightweight bout is brought to you by Optimal Therapeutics, helping with sports performance, rehabilitation, and much more. Optimal Therapeutics, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Dave Selyustad back as the third man in the cage for this bout.
I love the confidence from Oslin.
Carvalho with a lot of volume early, couple knees.
And you see the strength from Talon.
Only training 10 months thus far in MMA is Carvalho. Teeing off with Oslin up against the cage.
Talon throws some wild shots, so it's kind of hard to see.
Oslin distinctly durable over the course of all of his fights in which we were able to find online.
He's already eating some big shots, and he's firing right back.
Nice head kick by Taylor.
Carvalho punishing the body, diversifying the shots. Down is Oslin, and that will do it! Talon Carvalho on a rocket ship to the top!
He did do it. He did tell us he was going to do it.
Comes over to the broadcast booth and immediately says, I told you I would do it. Talon Carvalho, a man of his word, and moves to 3-0 in a very short stint of time.
Love the confidence. Love the confidence in Talon Carvalho. This kid's got a bright future.
Caitlin, for only training 10 months, he has certainly built a name for himself and continues to do so with a performance like this. We're going to take it over to our Water and Wellness replay right now.
All right, here's a replay. Talon is teeing off on him, drops him with a hook, and Austin doesn't want any more. The ref steps in, stops it.
Caitlin, your thoughts on what we just saw? We see the two fighters speaking, all love between the two of them, but
I mean, I love the demeanor of Talon. He's confident, he's cocky, he runs his mouth a little bit, so I love seeing fighters like that who can actually back it up.
Carvalho backed by the corners of Dominico Salas as well as Ramsey Nijim, I apologize on the pronunciation there. But all smiles for the lightweight out of the Pit SLC. We're going to make it official right now with Jackson Hoops.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Zelia said has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 3 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Talon Carvalho!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner tonight, Talon Carvalho. Talon, another impressive performance. I was talking about on the broadcast, you look super confident in your element tonight. Tell me how you're feeling, man.
I feel great. I felt a little sloppy at times, but don't worry, I'll get back in the gym and I'll be better.
Was there anything that threw you off with that kid? He's a young kid, 18 years old, making his debut.
He's a little longer than I thought, but like I said my first fight, we always make it work.
So I want to turn around to the big screen here. I want you to walk us through this knockout victory here. We're going to get it up here. Here we go, right here. So you're throwing big shots there.
Switch kick, couple big hands. That's just what I do.
Yeah, impressive performance. So you're 3-0 now. Where do you go from here?
3-0, 3 first-round finishes. I want a shot at the belt.
I like it. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out tonight? Sponsor, friends, family?
I want to shout out the Pit SLC, all my coaches, Dominico, Ramsey, Don Prospects. I want to shout out my sponsors, Sugar Splash, Water Wellness, Dr. Brett at Life Cracks. And I also want to shout out my amazing family, my mom, my dad. I love you all.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations once again. Give it up for your winner, Mr. Talon Carvalho.
There's no better place to relax than at the Break Sports Grill. Enjoy the best patios, craft cocktails, and made-from-scratch dishes like their famous mac and cheese. Visit their locations in Daybreak, West Valley, Murray, downtown, and coming soon to Saratoga Springs.
Welcome back in to Fierce Fighting Championship 28. Caitlin, we are rolling through these fights. 3 first-round finishes, 1 second-round finish. It's been fireworks from Jump Street.
This has been an awesome fight card. No fight has fallen short of entertainment, so I think this has been an amazing fight card, and I'm eager to see the next upcoming fights. We have the women's fight up next, so I am stoked to see if we can continue this finish streak that we're on.
Jason, your thoughts on Talon Carvalho calling for a title shot?
I think it's a great call out. I love it. I want to see it. He's 3-0. He's been dominate in all 3 performances. Let's get him in there and get him a title shot.
Talon Carvalho, again, on a rocket ship towards the top. He certainly has earned it. Another first-round finish in the pocket for the fighter out of the pit. Looks like we are just about ready for our next fight, right? Talon Carvalho making his way to the back. Amy Moreno facing off against Mina Yushirawadi, the first of 3 title bouts back to back to back to close out the prelims. It's been fun so far. It might get a whole lot more fun. And we're going to take it over to our man, Jackson Hoops.
Fierce fans, 4 finishes in a row. Let's do 3 title fights in a row, shall we? Our first title fight of the evening is sponsored by Only Gains. They are an exceptional clothing company that goes beyond just providing stylish apparel. Through their high-quality workout clothing, they aim to empower individuals who love to work out and inspire them to never give up on their goals. Be strong, not skinny. It's a mental state of mind at Only Gains. Fierce fans, make some noise for the two fighters in our first title bout, Mina Yushirawadi and Amy Moreno. Welcome to them cage.
All right, first time under the bright lights of the Maverick Center is Mina Yushirawadi. Jason, near perfect in her last two showings, lands her in another title fight, this one at 105 pounds.
Yeah, great striking. I know she's been working on her jiu-jitsu, great all-around fighter. I'd love to see her back in there. Obviously, she's one of my favorite fighters to watch. She was my Muay Thai coach. I'm really excited for her to get this title shot tonight.
2-1 thus far in Fierce. Top 10 pound-for-pound female fighter in the state of Utah and on a 2-fight win streak. Caitlin, she's been a special fighter, specifically her striking, but we did see vexing grappling in her last performance against Carly Lombardo. The perfect transition from the striking to the grappling. She was special in that one.
Definitely. I mean, she's a well-rounded fighter. Her striking stands out, but she also isn't a slouch on the ground.
Mina Yushirawadi contesting for another title, 0-1 thus far in title bouts. We will have to see how she fares in this one as she faces Amy Moreno. Moreno with the highest win percentage of any opposition since facing Ludi Alves back in October of 2022. Mina Yushirawadi out of Risaroni BJJ and Spider Monkey Muay Thai, ready to make the walk right now. All right, first time in the state of Utah and potentially a second belt in the imminent future. Enter Amy Moreno. Caitlin, a credentialed grappler at large, a state champion, a collegiate wrestler, first walk in over a year, this time at a brand new weight class.
Definitely, and she has Tracy Cortez in her corner, and I know she trains with Tracy Cortez, so I know she's going to be a well-rounded fighter. And I was talking to Tracy backstage, and she said that Amy has this swagger to her, like a Nate Diaz swagger, when she feels confident out there. So let's see if she can pull that out.
Back-to-back wins for Amy Moreno lead her in to this atomweight title fight. Let's pull up that tail of the tape presented by Water and Wellness. Amy Moreno facing off against Mina Yushirawadi. Yushirawadi, 10 years senior, the largest age discrepancy on the card. The height advantage will fly by way of Moreno by 1 inch. Moreno weighing in at 105 pounds last night. Mina Yushirawadi weighing in at 104. Moreno with a record of 2-1. Yushirawadi with a record of 3-2. And as mentioned, Amy Moreno with Tracy Cortez, who has been a reliable resource for her out at Chandler MMA and Fight Ready in Scottsdale, Arizona, ready to enter the cage for her second consecutive title fight.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Only Games, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. This fight is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Atomweight title. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 3 wins and 2 losses. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 104 pounds. Fighting out of Risaroni, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Spider Monkey Muay Thai, and Wasatch Combat Sports. Hailing from Orem, Utah, Fierce fans, make some noise for Mina Yushirawadi. And introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 2 wins and 1 loss. She stands 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed in at 105 pounds. Fighting out of Chandler MMA and Fight Ready MMA, hailing from Phoenix, Arizona. Fierce fans, make some noise for Amy La Picosita Moreno.
Chandler MMA's Amy Moreno fitted in the red gloves. Mina Yushirawadi stands opposite in the blue. This atomweight title bout is brought to you by Only Gains. Strong, not skinny. Only Gains, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Yushirawadi's first fight since May of this year. As for Amy Moreno, first fight in over a year.
Both of these ladies are landing clean shots on each other. Looks like both of their hooks are landing.
Amy looks fast tonight.
Certainly selective and accurate in her striking is Amy Moreno in the tape that we saw. Mina Yushirawadi certainly follows suit in her own right. Nice head kick landed by Amy Moreno.
Nice uppercuts right there from Mina.
Certainly calm and calculated are the two thus far. As we see a little exchange there, Moreno lands a clean one on the chin.
Yeah, Mina's already got some swelling on that left eye.
Amy Moreno never finished an opponent via KO or TKO, does have a first-round submission back in July of 2022.
Nice head kick from Moreno.
Moreno fighting with a lot of confidence right now. She's got Mina biting on some of these shots, some of these feints.
Under a minute to go, round one of a possible 5. Again, slated for 5 3-minute rounds, given it is a championship bout.
Mina's doing really well with her feints. I just wish she would use those feints to set up some shots.
You can see Amy's confidence building the longer this fight goes on.
Moreno lands one in the storm. And another to follow.
Yeah, right now she's, Mina just lands a big overhand.
Starting to see a little bit more action late round one. That will close it out for the end of round one. Jason, it seems as though Mina found her footing there near the end of round one.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like a little slow start for Mina in that first round. Amy was building a lot of confidence, and then right towards the end there, it looked like Mina rocked Amy with a couple big shots. I'm really excited to get this second round going.
Caitlin, your thoughts on what you saw? We can't see it at the moment, but we are in the corner of Amy Moreno currently. Your thoughts on the round?
Yeah, so I feel like Mina just needs to let her hands go a little bit more. But it's kind of hard when Amy is there countering you with every shot that you're throwing. But I'd like to see one of these ladies try to take it to the ground and see if we can see some good ground grappling between these two.
Mina Yushirawadi, most recently a submission finish in her last fight. As for Amy Moreno, again, ranked number 7 in the country as a collegiate wrestler at McMurray College in Jacksonville, Illinois, back in the day. Get an ankle bracelet cut off really quickly to head into the second round.
Mina's got some mean swelling underneath her eye right now.
Now you're seeing her with a little more side-to-side movement, a little more bounce in her step in this second round.
Another inside leg kick, something Moreno has been going to quite often through the first
Yeah, the
4
inside
minutes.
of Mina's leg is starting to get really red now. And it looks like the outside of her thigh and her calf. So anytime Amy is landing, it looks like it's bruising.
Jason, you know Mina Ushirawadi, certainly one of the most durable fighters in the entire state, has gone through some wars, especially early on in the career.
Yeah, she's definitely not going to go out, but a lot of bruising on her leg right now. I'd like to see a little more movement from her. I feel like in the past when we've seen her doing really well, we've seen that footwork, we've seen that side-to-side movement, and I'm not quite seeing it, and I don't know if there's something that Amy's maybe throwing her off with those feints. But Amy doing a phenomenal job right now. Leg kicks, just putting it all together right now in the striking area.
And Amy's really long. She's using her range really well against Mina. Anytime Mina comes in hard, she has a counter for her.
Mina backing up Amy, foot on the gas. Mina punches out of it. A striking showcase thus far as a quick landed combination goes for the Arizona fighter.
Another big overhand by Amy. That eye is starting to really swell.
Nice Superman punch by Mina.
Swing and a miss there for Ushirawadi. As Moreno looks to connect, unable to do so. Some traded leg kicks as Moreno punches out.
And Moreno's doing a good job using those leg kicks to set some shots up top.
Down the pipe once again is Moreno. Elusive striking showcase thus far. 15 ticks to go, round 2. Moreno found a few more on the chin. Mina seems in a little bit of trouble. We will go to a third round. Jason, your thoughts?
Yeah, Mina's hurt really bad after that round. If there was another 10 seconds, this fight might have been finished.
Definitely. If it was a pro fight, I think Amy would have gotten the finish right there. Hopefully, Mina can recover during this 1 minute and come back strong with some good head movement. Maybe even look for a takedown.
Caitlin, your thoughts specifically on Amy Moreno. What has she been doing that has been separating her from Mina thus far?
Amy's been doing good at using her length, using her leg kicks to set up headshots, and she's also really good at countering. So anytime Mina comes in with a hard shot, she has an answer for her. So that makes it really hard for Mina to come in confidently when she's getting marked up every time she comes in.
We see Mina Ushirawadi getting attended to by our man Sam Gaffney. Certainly needs to drop that swelling a little bit. How much does that obstruct the vision for someone like Ushirawadi?
I don't think it's too bad. I think it's okay. Normally in a fight, you don't really notice much that's happening around you.
Top of round 3 through 6 minutes has been all Moreno as we head into our final regular round. Could see championship rounds.
Moreno coming out with the heavy pressure already.
Slapping inside leg kick landed for Moreno.
I'm surprised Moreno's not throwing more. I feel like she had Mina hurt at the very end of that round, so I thought she would come in more with a flurry. Nice long jabs landed there. Oh.
Amy lands and pushes back the head of Ushirawadi. Fresh with a spring in her step is Moreno. Ushirawadi still moving well, though, Jason.
Yeah, she won't go away. She's tough as they come.
She's definitely tough, and she is showing every single mark, all the wear and tear, and Moreno looks fresh. She doesn't look like she's been hit at all.
Moreno lands a slick combination on the front foot.
A great footwork by Moreno. She's getting in and out very quick, lands a quick 1-2, gets right back out of the pocket, and Mina's right at the end of Mina's punches, if she's even connecting.
An ooh and ah from the crowd as Moreno lands crisp once again. Moreno in for her first takedown attempt of the evening. Heavy pressure for the fighter out of Chandler MMA.
Mina's doing a good job defending.
Yeah, that eye swollen shut now. That left eye of Mina's is swollen shut now.
Ushirawadi begins to invest downstairs, follows up with a Superman punch. Another one that echoed through the Maverick Center for Moreno. Final 10 seconds of round 3. We will head potentially to championship rounds. More offense nearing the waning moments. Through 9 minutes. Seems to be all Amy Moreno. But Jason, your thoughts on her performance thus far?
I think she's fighting a beautiful fight tonight. Great footwork, great striking. She's in and out. She's confident. She's landing the harder shots tonight. I would have to give her all 3 rounds so far.
Amy Moreno, her first fight not in Arizona or New York. You've got to wonder, it doesn't seem like any of the elevation or anything like that is attributing to any sort of a difficulty up here.
No, not at all. She's firing on all cylinders tonight. The confidence is sky high tonight.
Caitlin, your thoughts thus far?
Her striking looks beautiful tonight. I'm surprised she even went for a takedown because she was just landing every single shot she threw on the feet.
That is going to do it. Tyler Tomlinson calling off the fight. Amy Moreno is headed home with a belt to Scottsdale, Arizona.
I think the eye was causing Mina a problem. It was swollen shut. I'm assuming that's what caused the fight to be stopped there.
Amy Moreno is your Fierce FC amateur atomweight champion. An unbelievable performance as she gets the embrace from Tracy Cortez, the UFC star that she is. Certainly been a mentor for her throughout her fight career.
Definitely. She looks like a smaller version of Tracy Cortez out there.
We see Moreno head over to the corner of Mina Ushirawadi. Bruised up in the battle, but one of the biggest hearts in the entire state. Never goes out, is always one of the toughest fighters.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, Mina has heart. She didn't give up. She was going forward that whole time, even with getting beat up so bad.
All right, we're going to make it official right now with Jackson Hubs.
Fierce fans, this fight has been stopped at the end of the 3rd round due to a TKO by throwing the towel. And for your winner and new Fierce Fighting Championship Atomweight Champion, Amy La Picosita Moreno.
All right, Amy. Ladies and gentlemen, here with the winner, Amy Moreno. Amy, impressive performance tonight. Your striking was phenomenal. Tell us how you're feeling.
I'm feeling great, man. I just want to say thanks first to my parents. I love you guys. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I hope that you're next to the cage and watching me. De aquí hasta que estés 70 años. Te quiero mucho. Échale ganas. Also, I want to thank my coaches, my teammates, my friends. I love you guys. They were the ones who were helping me get through this camp.
So was there anything in that fight that kind of threw you off? It looked like the end of, I believe it was that first round, she kind of caught you a little bit. Other than that, was there anything that kind of threw you off with her in that fight?
I honestly, I just needed to be like more calm with myself, but at first I was just kind of like being too quick about it. But then I just started calming myself down, and then I was seeing all the openings.
Well, once again, congratulations on a phenomenal performance and the new fierce fighting atomweight champion, Amy Moreno. Give it up for Amy Moreno, everyone.
Salt Lake City, get ready for the biggest bare knuckle fighting championship card ever. Saturday, December 2nd at the Maverick Center. In the main event, Platinum Mike Perry knuckles up with Eddie the Underground King Alvarez. In the heavyweight co-main event, Big Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy collide. Also a rematch for the women's bare knuckle world title as champ Christine Misfit Faria fights Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Plus 2 other world title fights. Witness history live. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
Amy Moreno getting some pictures in with her crew from Arizona. Handful of fighters made their way up here to see that performance. Certainly worth the drive, Jason.
Yeah, she looked impressive tonight. Her striking was on another level. We've seen Amina look. Amina's always looked very well in her striking tonight, and Amy Moreno just made her look like she wasn't even in the fight tonight.
Unbelievable performance by her. She will head home as the Fierce FC Atomweight champion. As for the rest of the card, we've got another incredible title fight on the line. Cross Hughes facing off against Ryder Campo. Ryder Campo been away for 7 years. We will have to see how he fares here tonight.
Yeah, this is another one that I got marked on this fight card that could be fight of the night. Ryder Campo, 5-0, hasn't fought in 7 years, and he's fighting a guy that's been on a tear his last few fights.
Caitlin, Ryder Campo certainly a talent, but Cross Hughes has been the new name on the block that has been making waves throughout the entire Utah MMA community.
Definitely. Cross is so unorthodox. His punches are kind of, they're not traditional techniques, so it's cool to see him fight because he's so unorthodox. You don't really know what he's going to throw, so he's such a fun and exciting fighter.
All right, we are just about ready to bring him out. We're going to kick it off with Jackson Hoops.
Fierce fans, our second title fight of the evening is sponsored by FST Filtration. They provide the best manufactured HVAC products for your home and business. Go to fstfiltration.com, take the 2-minute air filter quiz, place your order, and get your fresh air filters delivered to you whenever you need them from FST Filtration. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Ryder Campo and Cross Hughes to the cage.
On the eve of the 7-year anniversary of his last fight, back once again is Ryder Campo. Caitlin, the jiu-jitsu ace has distanced himself from the cage, but boasts an undefeated record with another title on the line here tonight.
I think this is the matchup I'm most excited for. His record is awesome, but also he hasn't fought since 2016, so we will see if he experiences any ring rust in this fight.
First fight in 2,555 days for the fighter out of Maury Training Center in Ogden, Utah. Jason, the older brother of ADCC world champion Amy Campo, the grappling chops certainly run well through that family.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of hype with that, with having Amy as being his sibling. But Ryder Campo is no slouch on the stand-up either.
4 wins by submission, also a KO win back in May of 2015. It's been a little bit of time, but certainly excited to see him back. One of the top amateurs that Utah has to offer is Ryder Campo. Fight 4 in a 6-month span. Enter Excite MMA's Cross Hughes. Jason, 188 days ago, we did not know who he was. He's rapidly blossomed into a title contender and a can't-miss fighter on any card.
Yeah, we definitely know who this kid is now. Cross Hughes has been nothing but amazing in his last fights. He's been on a tear. He's been knocking people out every fight. He's got a tough test tonight. Ryder Campo is going to be no slouch. Don't sleep on him having this 7-year layoff. I think he's going to be ready to fight tonight. He looks confident.
Undefeated at 3-0 in 2023. We're going to pull up that tail of the tape right now, presented by Water and Wellness. Ryder Campo facing off against Cross Hughes for the amateur featherweight title. Campo, 6-year senior to Hughes. Campo standing 5'11", Cross Hughes 5'9.5". Both fighters weighing in yesterday at 144 pounds. Campo putting his undefeated record on the line at 5-0. As for Cross Hughes, a record of 3-1.
There's just something about title fights.
Cross Hughes has averaged a fight every 47 days since May of this year. As active as anyone, and back once again. We're going to kick it off right now with Jackson Hooks.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by FST Filtration. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. This fight is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Featherweight title. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated amateur record of 5 wins and 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Maury Training Center, hailing from O-Town, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Ryder the Scorpion Campo. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9.5 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Excite MMA, hailing from Mena, Arkansas. Fierce fans, make some noise for Cross Hughes.
The ever-active Cross Hughes, sporting the red gloves, back after nearly 7 years away, is Ryder Campo in the blue. This amateur featherweight title bout is brought to you by FST Filtration, fresh air filters delivered for when you need them most. FST Filtration, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
No touch of the gloves from these two fighters.
Ryder looks super confident.
Campo active early. Again, 7 years since we have seen him, but one of the top talents in Utah, Cross Hughes. Been hit a couple times early. Campo privy to nearly every strike thus far, Jason.
Yeah, Cross Hughes staying pretty composed in there because Campo's throwing everything at him and just coming forward. Cross is going to have to gain some respect here really soon.
Ryder's doing a good job just backing Cross up against the fence.
Stiff outside leg kick landed by Campo. Hughes follows up with his own. A little bit of talking between the two, mostly headed by Ryder Campo thus far.
Yeah, he might be trying to get in the head of Cross Hughes there. Shakes his head no and comes
Nice
right
head
back
kick
with a head
landed
kick.
by Ryder. Inside leg kick.
Cross Hughes has not faced defeat since January 2nd of 2021. He lost a unanimous decision. Ryder Campo, again, the undefeated fighter out of Maury Training Center in Ogden, Utah.
We saw Cross face a little adversity in his last fight, and he came back with a big KO knockout.
Yeah, this is an interesting fight so far. It's kind of even, but Ryder is pushing Cross back a lot.
Loaded into that one was Ryder Campo. Didn't land as crisply as some of the other shots he has thrown thus far. Swing and a miss there again for Campo.
Has Ryder even thrown a punch this round? It seems like he's thrown nothing but kicks this whole round.
Yeah, both fighters are just throwing one shot at a time. I'd like to see them string a couple things together, and hopefully more will land.
Cross gets a little creative with that one.
That one works a little bit better when your opponent's coming in hard.
Campo busy and investing in the leg kicks. See a little bit of blood coming from the nose of Hughes. Final 10 seconds, round 1. That will do it. Caitlin, you mentioned that it's been kind of an odd fight. Jason, your thoughts thus far?
Yeah, I think Ryder looked great this first round. Doesn't look like he had a day off from his last fight, and he's had 7 years off. He looked great. Cross Hughes, a little slow start this first round. He's still throwing kicks back, but nothing really much. He was getting pushed back pretty much that whole first round.
Caitlin, your thoughts on what might be told in the corner of Cross Hughes right now through 3 minutes?
I mean, probably just tell him to throw a little bit more, string punches together, maybe look for a takedown, looking for the counter off of his back foot, and so he's not pressed against the fence the whole time.
I feel like Cross needs to gain Ryder's respect, but he needs to land a big shot, because right now Ryder's just walking forward doing whatever he wants. So Cross is going to need to land a big shot and let him know, hey, I'm here and I'm in this fight tonight.
It's safe to say, too, we haven't seen this much lack of offense from Cross Hughes. I think he kind of builds off of big moments, and that's when he begins to tee off.
Yeah, exactly, and we saw that his last fight. So we'll see if he picks it up a little bit in the second round.
Top of the second of a potential 5-round championship title bout. Dave Selyusted, again, the third man in the Glow Pop cage here tonight. Another slapping leg kick echoes through the Maverick Center for Ryder Campo.
He's seeing a lot of success from that leg kick. I just think he should use that leg kick to set up some hands up to the head.
We are seeing a little bit of bruising on that lead leg for Hughes as Ryder blitzes. Campo throws a couple of hands there, unable to land. Goes back to the well with those leg kicks. Campo welcoming the offense of Hughes. And rips the body with that one. Cross Hughes doesn't wear it whatsoever, Jason.
No, he's not. I mean, he's standing right there. I'd like to see him fire back a little bit. I think Ryder's got him. He's got him guessing. Those leg kicks, I think they're hurting Cross. And those are solid leg kicks. He's kind of got him guessing a little bit.
Some extra style points thus far through 5 minutes for Ryder Campo. Another dig to the body. Those punishing kicks by Campo. Cross threw everything into that one. Gets an ooh from the crowd.
I think Ryder blocked that one. That's why you saw him laughing a little bit and smiling after he blocked it.
High-level striking through 2 in these title fights thus far. Ryder Campo leading the dance with 30 seconds to go.
These are thudding leg kicks by Ryder Campo.
Yeah, I think Ryder's won these 2 rounds all by leg kick.
And now you're starting to see him invest in the body with that leg.
Cross throws one. That one echoes through the cage as well. Gets a pop from the crowd.
And we're used to seeing Cross be a little more active now for 2 rounds. I think Ryder's got him guessing a little bit in there.
I mean, if Cross would start checking a couple of those leg kicks, I don't think Ryder would be throwing them as much.
Draped with confidence is Ryder Campo through 2. We will head over to one of our corners to see what we might be seeing in terms of body language as we head over to who has been leading the dance thus far in Ryder Campo. Caitlin, your thoughts on what he's been doing and just his activity?
I mean, he's really smart. He's pressing across up against the cage. He's keeping his composure. He's not getting out of balance. He's not throwing crazy wild shots, but I just wish we could see a little bit more from his hands. But he is doing really well and basically winning the whole fight just from like a couple leg kicks.
Ryder Campo 2-0 at featherweight. His last KO, again, was May 22nd of 2015. His last two fights were first-round finishes. Cross Hughes been durable through the first two. Top of round 3 presented by FST Filtration. More of the same from Campo. Inside leg kick, outside leg kick. The pattern continues.
And you can see Cross reacting a lot to those leg kicks. You can tell it's really hurting him at this point.
Yeah, he switched stances right there. Now he's switching back. Yeah, he doesn't want any more of those.
No.
I think that leg is a little compromised, his left leg.
He's almost overcompensating, getting himself out of position by trying to avoid those leg kicks.
Hughes typically standing in that orthodox.
Nice right hand by Cross.
Cross Hughes smelling blood. His biggest moment of the fight thus far. Clocked Campo on the chin.
He got Campo's attention with those two shots. I want to see him followed up now.
Hughes looks for the home run, unable to land. Campo throws accurately once again as Hughes finds him down the pipe.
And Campo bleeding now from the nose. You can hear Campo's corner yelling he's hurt.
Oh, and they tie up right here.
Ryder Campo faces some adversity at the top of round 3. Goes immediately to the grappling. Cross Hughes gets the reversal. Outside leg trip for Cross Hughes. The
Nice
Maverick center
takedown.
pops.
Oh, and he's sticking his hooks in, took the back. Let's see if he can sink in that rear naked choke. It's not quite under his chin right now, and his hips are getting a little too high up onto Ryder's back. He needs to sink down and settle down a little bit.
Campo, a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. A couple of gold medals over the course of the last few months, but Cross Hughes seems to be the one doing the damage from the grappling exchanges, Jason.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see from Cross Hughes. Let's bring the fight to Ryder and let's get back in the game.
Cross is doing a good job staying on the back. He has that body triangle locked in. "20 seconds left. Let's see if he can get the finish." I think Ryder's just going to ride it out.
A little bit of talking between the two as we near the end of round 3.
I wish we had a mic on them. I want to know what they
Yeah,
said.
I want to know what they're saying in there.
Certainly the biggest moment and a round for Cross Hughes. Jason, your thoughts? He just turned the tides a bit.
He did turn the tides a little bit. We'll see how bad that leg is hurt coming into this 4th round. But I love seeing it. I love seeing him get the attention of Ryder Campo, landing some big shots, bloodying up the nose, and then getting the back mount, getting that body triangle on Ryder.
It's a good thing this is a title fight, because if this were just a 3-round fight, I would have given it to Ryder. But it looks like Cross has a chance to come back, and since he's building momentum in that 3rd round.
Ryder Campo at 5-0 matches the total wins of all of Cross Hughes' opponents combined. Certainly the toughest test of his career, but round 3 shows that he is certainly in this fight in championship material as well.
Yeah, he is durable, he's tough, and you can tell he's still landing very hard shots.
Championship rounds we go, the deepest we have seen thus far here tonight. That lead leg certainly discolored, all thanks and attributed to Campo. Campo finds him with a jab. Cross returns one.
Ryder's beating up that leg.
Cross beginning to check a few of those, Jason. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I did see that. Cross has got a nasty jab.
It has been the striking of Cross Hughes that has led him to this 3-fight win streak and this title shot. Certainly what led him to winning those grappling exchanges in round 3 as well.
Ooh, that was a nice Superman punch off of the cage. Wasn't expecting that one.
Campo certainly creative throughout the entirety of this fight thus far.
And a mean hook just landed right there.
Cross looks like he's building a little confidence now. He's got Ryder busted up and bloodied a little bit. Now he's coming forward, pumping that jab out there.
Nice shot to the breadbasket for Hughes. Campo gave him everything on that one. Again, Cross Hughes not showing any sort of damage. Campo lands a combination in the phone booth.
Ooh, mean head kick just landed on by Ryder. Follows up with a lead hook. Ooh, and a teep to the jaw.
Right to the jaw. What'd you have for dinner last night? Teep kick, right to the jaw.
Cross throws for that spinning back kick. Unable to land, and we will go to a 5th and final round. It has been a striking showcase thus far between these two.
Cross is going to have to get it to the ground if he wants this win. I think he really needs a finish. I think Ryder has 3 rounds, 3-1.
I'd say you're accurate on that one. 3 rounds to 1. Ryder Campo. Cross Hughes is definitely going to have to pick up the pace in this next round. You know he has that one-punch knockout power, so he could end this fight at any moment.
We see our man Sam Gaffney providing a helping hand for Ryder Campo. Caitlin, if you're in that corner, what are you saying to Ryder Campo with 3 minutes away from Fierce Fighting Championship gold?
I would tell him to keep tearing up that leg. Cross wants none of that, and so I would tell him to keep at it, chop it down like a tree. Also maybe follow it up with some hands every once in a while, keep him guessing, but I think the key to victory for him is just keep chopping the leg.
Who's our statistician? Can we get how many leg kicks have been thrown in this fight? This has to take the cake for the most leg kicks in Fierce Fighting Championship history.
I would give anything for a live statistician for me. Anything.
I would bet money that you will have that stat for us the next card.
I absolutely will.
Leg kick. Leg kick.
Cross Hughes trips up as he throws the power punch. Campo, cool and collected as he glazes the body again.
But these aren't lazy leg kicks by Ryder Campo. These are thudding hard leg kicks for 5 rounds, 4.5 rounds right now. And he's got cross switch stance now. Cross going southpaw now.
Back to orthodox. Hughes goes. Jumps in for the takedown.
Got it. Oh. Ryder was looking for the guillotine. I don't think he'll get it right here. No.
Cross Hughes able to slip out, evade any sort of danger, and will transition. Heads to the guard of Campo. We hear a little bit more chopping from Campo. Last fight for Campo and last submission was November 18th of 2016. Caitlin, it seems like Campo isn't outputting much offense, but more than anything, just making sure Hughes stays at bay.
Yeah, he's really controlling his posture right here. He's looking for an armbar. And he got the tap.
That will do it. Ryder Campo back in a big way. He's the Fierce FC Amateur Featherweight Champion.
That was slick.
That was very slick. Just as we were talking, how he's being lazy in the guard and then throws up an armbar, gets a tap that quick.
Ryder Campo, 3 of 4 submissions by armbar headed into this one. He will change that to 4 of his 5 wins by submission will come by armbar. Ryder Campo is the Fierce FC Amateur Featherweight Champion and new. 7 years away, shakes off the cobwebs, and is going home with a belt. A slick performance, relatively dominant throughout. The striking of Ryder Campo is something to behold. We're going to make it official right now with Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Selyusted has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 44 seconds of the 5th round, declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar and the new Fierce Fighting Championship Featherweight Champion, Ryder the Scorpion Campo!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Mr. Ryder Campo. Ryder, it's been a few years since we've seen you back in the cage. You're back here. You didn't look like you had a day off, man. How you feeling tonight?
I feel wonderful. I had a great team to support me, my family, my friends. Gives me a whole bunch of momentum and energy to come back and compete in MMA in the biggest venue, the biggest promoter in Utah.
Yeah, you came in here, you fought a guy in Cross Hughes who was on a 3-fight win streak, and you made it look relatively easy tonight. What were your thoughts coming into this fight, fighting a guy that's been on that much of a hot streak?
I've just been so excited to come in and compete. I was trying to get a professional bout. I wanted to showcase here tonight that I'm a professional. I wanted professional fights. However, Cross Hughes has the stones to stand up and go head-to-head with me for this title, and so I took what I could get, and I really appreciate the FFC giving me the opportunity.
Is there anybody you want to give thanks to tonight? Sponsors, friends, family?
Absolutely. My coaches, Ernie Chavez, Eduardo Mori. Haven't trained under anyone else. These guys are fantastic. My sister is a big inspiration to me. My family, my friends, everyone that came out here and put all this energy behind me and believed in me to compete. And lastly, I want to thank God for giving me faith and the courage of myself to come back here and fight.
Yeah, well, once again, congratulations, amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Mr. Ryder Campo, and new Fierce Fighting Champion, Featherweight Champion.
All right, welcome back in to Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. All smiles for the fighter out of Maury Training Center. Jason, he looked really, really good in there. Your thoughts from his post-fight interview?
Yeah, he was confident. He said Cross U steps up to the challenge tonight for a guy that's, had 5-0, had a little bit of layoff, but it didn't look like there was any rust in there tonight. I can't wait to see him come back and defend the title.
Caitlin, your thoughts as we move into this next fight. Jackson DeGray facing off against Kevin Guo, a special one, 2 incredible bantamweights contesting for a title.
I really like Jackson DeGray's style. I think this is going to be a stand-up fight back and forth, and I hope we get another finish tonight.
6 for 6 thus far. Headed into our 7th. We will have to see if that trend continues. We're going to bring out Kevin Guo and Jackson DeGray right now.
Here we go. How about that one? That was fun. Fierce fans, our featured bout of the preliminary card and our 3rd title of the night is sponsored by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Be sure to stop by their information booth up in the concourse. After this fight, we will have an intermission and we will display a Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship QR code on the big screen. Scan the QR code from your program or from the big screen for a 10% discount tonight only. And use the promo code FIERCE when purchasing your tickets to the upcoming Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship event held right here in the Maverick Center on December 2nd, 2023. You do not want to miss this event. 3 of our very own Fierce Fighting Championship fighters, Mike Jones, Ben Moa, and Trevor Bradshaw, are all on that December 2nd card. Again, Fierce Fighting Championship is helping you save money. 10% off of your Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship tickets tonight only using the promo code FIERCE. For more information, scan the QR code or go to bkfc.com. It's a lot of words. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Jackson DeGray and Kevin Guo to the cage.
All right, fresh off a career-defining performance and back for a belt before 2023 concludes is Jackson DeGray. Jason, it's safe to say the clinic he put on in September has separated him from the pack.
I think that was one of the best performances of the year by Jackson DeGray. His striking was phenomenal. He was in the zone all night long. Kicks, punches, counters, everything from top to bottom. Jackson DeGray is one of the top up-and-coming fighters in the state right now.
1 year ago, Jackson DeGray faced his only loss in this very building, now with a chance to capture a championship belt a year removed from said loss. Jackson DeGray with a 100% knockdown rate under the Fierce banner, 3 for 3 on knockdowns, and a 55-day turnaround, Caitlin. We just saw him a couple months ago.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson DeGray, he's an active fighter. He's a really good fighter. I love his Muay Thai striking style. It's very clean, very crisp, beautiful technique in the cage.
Copious attacks from any given angle. Jason, you described it as like a video game character back in September.
Yeah, it seemed like everything his coaches were calling out, he was throwing. You could see it in his eyes. He was so focused. He was seeing everything was getting thrown back at him, countering, body shots, head shots. Everything was coming from Jackson DeGray. I'm really looking forward to seeing this performance from him tonight.
Jackson DeGray jumped 6 spots following his last win to the number 3 bantamweight in the state of Utah. That record of 3-1 could be turned into 4-1, becoming the Fierce FC amateur bantamweight champion in the imminent future. Fight 2 in under 1 month. Enter Kevin Guo. Caitlin, fresh off a first-round finish, finds himself in a title fight. The breakthrough boxing of the bantamweight is certainly something to see.
I love a good stand-up fight, and I think with these two fighters, that is exactly what we'll get. And since he's fighting so recently back-to-back, that can play in his favor because he's used to the nerves and he's used to the feeling of walking to the cage.
Back-to-back short-notice fights for Kevin Guo. 2.5 weeks for Ben Guyman in October. 3 weeks for Jackson DeGray here tonight, but sports a 1-0 record at this weight class. Let's pull up that tail of the tape presented by Water and Wellness between Kevin Guo and Jackson DeGray. DeGray, 1 year senior, as well as 1 inch taller. Guo weighing in at 134 pounds. DeGray weighing in at 134.5 pounds. Guo with a record of 2-1. DeGray with a record of 3-1, headed in to our final title bout of the evening. Cohorts over at the Pit SLC claim Kevin Guo to be the best boxer in the state. We've seen 2 fun striking bouts back-to-back. We will see if a third can follow up. We're going to kick it over to Jackson Hooks.
Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. This fight is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds for the Fierce Fighting Championship Amateur Bantamweight title. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an amateur record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 134 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Soul Fighter Jiu-Jitsu and Spider Monkey Muay Thai, hailing from American Fork, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Jackson DeGray. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding an amateur record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of the Pit SLC, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Kevin Guo.
Kevin Guo back once again in the red gloves. Jackson DeGray closes out 2023 in the blue. This amateur bantamweight title bout is brought to you by Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Tune in December 2nd for the best card in the promotion's history live in Salt Lake City. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, an official sponsor of Fierce FC.
Kevin with the 1-punch knockout power. Jackson DeGray likes to pick his shots.
Guo creative with the footwork thus far. Jackson is dropped. Immediately pops back up, but Guo active as DeGray lands a couple of knees.
You can definitely tell this is a Muay Thai versus boxer fight right now.
DeGray lands a huge head kick. Echoes through the Maverick Center, all smiles from the fighter out of the Pit SLC.
Kevin Guo, nothing fancy, just straight boxing, nice head movement, fires shot straight down the middle.
2-0 boxing record for Guo. He fought out in Michigan as he was completing his undergrad out there.
Go blue.
Another slick head kick landed by DeGray. Slips on that one once again. Second time, DeGray has been floored.
And Guo just landed a big overhand right, too.
Guo creative as he evades from the exchange. DeGray lands a kick in the process.
DeGray a little more calculated than the last time we saw him in the cage. Respects the fighter in front of him. Not that he didn't before.
Kevin Guo replacing Edgar Sorto, who was originally slated for this bout, as he lands a nice shot down the pipe there.
Kevin throwing some kicks of his own, trying to switch it up a little bit.
DeGray jumps in, closes the distance, lands a couple cleanly on the chin.
Landed a nice right hand on the chin right there.
Kevin Guo, you watch Kevin Guo because inside there, he's throwing some nice sharp counter shots as DeGray comes inside.
Yeah, he has some crispy boxing.
heavy-handed, is one of the nicest guys in Fierce Fighting Championship history, Kevin Guo.
Made that list a couple of weeks ago, inspired by Jason Laporte last show. Guo lands another clean one on the chin.
DeGray slowly backing Kevin back up to the fence. I wonder if he's going to use this for a takedown. Oh, lands a nice body kick right there.
10-second clapper went. Looks like we will head to a second round.
Make some noise for round
You
one.
never know between these two. Both of them seem to have knockout power. You just got to wonder which one will land first, Jason.
Yeah, they're both respecting each other. Jackson DeGray standing out in the middle of the cage staring down Kevin Guo.
Definitely. I feel like these fighters are really even matched. They both have really good technique, really good stand-up, and they're both landing pretty good combinations. So,
Yeah, we're seeing a little different demeanor from Jackson DeGray tonight. The last fight we've seen him in, not saying he's not confident tonight, but a little more confident, a little more composed, taking his time, picking his shots a little more tonight. I think he's respecting the power of Kevin Guo getting dropped in that first round.
When it was offered to Kevin Guo, it was all gas, no brakes for the fighter. He was in the gym the Monday following his win over Ben Guyman, and with no hesitation accepted the fight. Certainly we see the stylistic matchup matches pretty evenly as we head into the top of the second round.
Jackson came sprinting out of the corner. He's ready to go.
forgot his mouth guard. His coach had to pull him back for a second.
All smiles on the other side from Kevin Guo as well. Tyler Tomlinson starting the clock.
I love the cage control from Jackson DeGray. Great footwork, always in position.
Great high guard, blocking all the punches.
DeGray closes
not all
the
of
distance. Guo been ripping the body when the clinch is initiated by DeGray as he claps the body as well. DeGray trades one. Kevin Guo is out.
I'm surprised this fight's still going. He is out.
He needs to stop it.
He needs to stop
That
it.
will do it. Jackson DeGray reaches the peak as the best bantamweight in the state of Utah.
Wow, impressive, impressive performance tonight again from Jackson DeGray.
Had to follow it up, but Jackson DeGray is your Fierce FC amateur bantamweight champion. We're going to take it over to that replay presented by Water and Wellness. Caitlin, the mic is all yours.
All right, let's see this replay. Throws a nice body shot, comes up top with an overhand right. And I think right here, this is a late stoppage. You could tell that Kevin is kind of out of it for those last 5 punches. So finally the ref steps in. Jackson gets the job done. Beautiful, beautiful performance by both of these fighters.
As said during the round break, it was going to be who landed first. Jackson DeGray comes up big. And we are going to make it official with our man, Jackson Ffc.
Fierce fans. Referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 47 seconds of the second round, declaring the winner by TKO and new Fierce Fighting Championship Bantamweight Champion, Jackson DeGray.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with your winner, Jackson DeGray. Jackson, another impressive performance tonight. I talked about it on the broadcast. It seems like you're a little more calculated in that first round. What was going through your mind?
He's dangerous. He caught me early.
sat me down, I believe. And yeah, man, with people like him, he's got good fundamentals, good striking. You have to be patient and really pick your shots, and really think about what you're doing. So, Kevin Guo, thank you for taking this. You're the man. Thank you. And yeah, we knew it all along. Who's the best in Utah? What's his name? What's his name, baby?
Jackson DeGray is his name. So in that second round, walk me through that finish. Did you see that big shot coming up? Were you setting that up?
Yeah, honestly. I was level changing a little bit, and I saw his hand dropping, so that's textbook, right? Throw the right hand over the top, caught him, sat him down, and that's it.
I love it. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, get loud, guys. Come on, come on. Get loud, guys. Friends, family, thank you for coming out. Best coaches, as always, right here in Utah. We got Casey Wilkins, Reese Hall. You guys are the best. Let's go.
Well, once again, another phenomenal performance. Congratulations, and new fierce fighting champion, bantamweight. You're the man, Jackson DeGray. Gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Jackson DeGray.
3 new champions, Jackson DeGray, Ryder Campo, Amy Moreno, and we got a legion of pros waiting in the wings to make the walk. We're going to be right back on the other side of this intermission. This is Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness.
All right, Fierce fans, we're still on the intermission, but right now we're going to bring in 3 fighters. Again, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is December 2nd, 2023, right here at the Maverick Center. Be sure to scan the QR code and go to bkfc.com to get your tickets for 10% off. Use the promo code FIERCE. Ladies and gentlemen, Fierce fans, we have Trevor Bradshaw, Mike Jones, and Ben Moa in the cage right now. We're going to turn it over to Jason Laporte.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Bradshaw, come on over here. Trevor, it's always good to see you back in the Fierce Fighting Championship cage, December 7th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Tell us what's going through your mind. What are you thinking about, man?
Oh, man, I'm super excited to be able to make history here in Utah. I'll be making my debut for BKFC December 2nd. I'll be the first fight of the night, so I'm super excited to make some fireworks happen here in Salt Lake City.
Give it up for Trevor Bradshaw. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a new Mike Jones, the champ, coming in, making your bare knuckle debut. Give us your thoughts on what to expect in this bare knuckle fighting championship.
Violence. I mean, it looks like a fun sport, so come out, support us. It's a big card. Yeah, we're going to have some fun.
I love it. Can't wait to see you back in the cage, man. Ben Moa, my man. So the last time we saw you in this cage, you were retiring, and now you're coming back to do a little bare knuckle. What's going on, man?
Man, they offered it on a national stage, so like they're here in our backyard, so we want to come over here and represent Utah, let them know how we do it, and just bang, you know? One more time, one last hurrah.
Let's give it up for Ben Moa, Utah Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, December 7th. Let's go.
All right, Fierce fans, we have one more individual that's going to be coming to the cage right now. I don't know where he is at the moment. However, if you look at your fight card, our main event of the evening has been canceled due to an opponent not being able to fight this evening. So what we want to do is bring out the champion, and we're going to do this right. Fierce fans, please welcome to the cage the undefeated, undisputed Fierce Fighting Championship heavyweight champion, Kent Mafileo.
I know that a lot of people came tonight to see our heavyweight champ, Kent Mafileo, in the main event. Super unfortunate. When a fighter makes up his mind that he doesn't want to fight or that he can't fight, there's not a whole lot we can do, and we tried, but his opponent just decided he he didn't feel good enough to fight tonight. But I want to thank everybody that comes out and supports Kent, supports Fierce. We have these brand new shiny gold belts made for our pro champions. And just because Kent didn't get to compete tonight doesn't mean that he doesn't get a belt, because he deserves it. He is our reigning defending heavyweight champ. He's a great ambassador for the sport here for MMA in Utah. And, you know, he's the man, and we're very grateful for him and what he does for Fierce. And so, Kent, here's your new belt. And we'll see him very, very soon in the Fierce cage to defend it against somebody that wants to come and fight him.
Thank you, Zach. First and foremost, I just want to thank God. Without him, I wouldn't be here, man. And secondly, thank you everyone who supports me in my dreams. Man, when Zach told me I wasn't fighting tonight, I kind of broke down. I shed a couple tears. I trained very hard for this, and the preparation that goes into these fights, it's not just it's not a week or two. Like, we're training day in and day out for months, and the preparation, man, it kills me that I don't get to perform for you guys. I do this for you guys, man. Like, everybody here, I feel your energy. I thank you. I want to thank all my sponsors for riding with me and supporting me. Everybody that purchased a ticket to come see me, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You supported me and my family and my dreams, and that's everything to me, man. I love you guys. Thank you.
Champion Kent Mafaleo.
One more time. And still the undefeated, undisputed Fierce Fighting Championship heavyweight champion, Kent Mafaleo. All right. With that, we're just going to keep rolling. Welcome to the main card, everybody. Fierce fans, I need you to help keep this energy going. Put your hands together and make some noise! We're going to start this card off with our first professional fight of the evening. This fight is sponsored by Revity Medical. With their ribbon-cutting ceremony just 3 days ago, Revity Medical provides bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. BHRT is a medical treatment offered to both men and women and is the driving factor to improving your daily lives and well-being. Healthy, vibrant living starts with balanced hormones. Revity Medical, where life begins again. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Annabelle Kelly and Maddie Meacham to the cage.
All right, first of two pro debuts enter Syndicate MMA's Annabelle Kelly. Caitlin, a new name to us, but not new to you. What can we expect from the 22-year-old?
Annie, who is probably going to get mad at me for calling her Annie after she listens to this back, is a really well-rounded fighter. She's actually helped me get ready for a couple of my fights. She has a mean overhand, some awesome wrestling, and I'm excited for her to go out there and perform.
Annabelle Kelly, again out of Syndicate MMA in Las Vegas, Nevada. 5-3 in her last 8, 1-1 in 2023, trying to break that 500 record, Jason.
Yeah, I'm excited to see her make her pro debut tonight, and I was hoping next time Caitlin goes down to Vegas, she could pick me up one of those Syndicate MMA shirts. I like those shirts.
Yeah, they looked clean walking out, didn't they?
Yeah, those are nice. Syndicate Nation, I like that.
Last 5 fights for Annabelle Kelly have seen a third round. A purple belt in jiu-jitsu. We will have to see how she fares here in this strawweight bout. 1-2 at this weight class. the visiting Annabelle Kelly entering the cage. All right, walk number 3 of 2023 for Maddie Meacham. Jason, 0 for 2 at the plate thus far this year, certainly looking to showcase where she's upgraded since April.
Yeah, and if you remember right, she was winning that fight. She made one small mistake and ended up getting caught in that armbar, but she was very close to finishing that last fight. So I'm excited to see if she's made some changes and will come out victorious tonight.
All right, let's pull up that tail of the tape presented by Water and Wellness for this first professional fight in the straw weight division. Annabelle Kelly facing opposite Maddie Meacham. Kelly, 22 years of age, 5-year senior, is Meacham. Meacham 2 inches taller in height. Both fighters making the 116-pound weight limit. We do note the 5-6 amateur record of Annabelle Kelly as she makes her pro debut here tonight. As for Maddie Meacham, 0-3 as a professional record. Maddie Meacham, a 3-1 amateur from 2017 to 2018 that included 2 KO TKOs as well as a decision win and a bantamweight championship in 2018. Entering now for the 3rd time this year is Maddie Meacham.
Here's fans, this fight is sponsored by Revity Medical. This fight is a professional strawweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner. Making her professional debut, she stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 115 pounds. Fighting out of Syndicate MMA, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, Fierce fans, make some noise for Annabelle Hells Bells Kelly. And introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Holding a professional record of 0 wins and 3 losses, she stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 116 pounds. Fighting out of One Hit MMA, hailing from O-Town, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Maddie Mantis Meacham.
Rep number 3 of the year for Maddie Meacham in the red gloves. Pro debut on the other side for Annabelle Kelly in the blue. This strawweight bout to kick off our professional portion of the card is brought to you by Revity Medical, where life begins again with balanced hormones. Revity Medical, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Back-to-back debuting opponents for Maddie Meacham. Still searching for that initial win. Annabelle Kelly here in her pro debut.
Maddie has quite a bit longer reach than Annabelle does. And she seems to be using that pretty well so far.
Kelly throws a big overhand right. And an inside leg kick to follow. And on the takedown for the purple belt.
Nice head position here against the cage. Good knee. Looking for that outside leg trip.
Maddie no slouch on the ground either.
Meacham nearly had that submission win over Amanda Lovato back in January.
And Annabelle got the takedown. She landed a nice little elbow on that. That's her first time throwing an elbow ever since this is her pro debut.
Meacham utilizing the cage a bit, trying to get some positional advantages as she's on the bottom. Strong pass for Kelly.
Maddie's using the cage to try to improve her position. Annabelle shuts that down pretty well. Annabelle's landing those short little elbows. You can tell she was excited to throw those.
Yeah. Nice hard elbows by Annabelle.
Tough spot to be for Meacham as she throws a few from the bottom. Kelly active on top. 3 minutes to go, round one.
I like the heavy pressure from Kelly. Just a blanket on Maddie right now, landing hard elbows. Great control from the top.
Utilizing strikes to the body as well is Kelly.
And she's got Maddie, had her head pressed right up against the cage. Maddie doing a good job getting it away from the cage.
Transition to mount we go. Meacham getting a little creative.
Maddie's using her long legs to hopefully pull Annabelle off of her.
And there she goes. Wow.
Maddie the Mantis Meacham able to get back to an advantageous position. Still on the bottom.
I couldn't tell if Maddie was trying to jump for a submission or hard to see. It was kind of blocked there by the ref. Maddie doing a great job passing right over the side control. Keeping that heavy pressure.
Another elbow landed for Kelly. Meacham throws one from the bottom as well. Going back to the well once again is Meacham.
And Annabelle's really been working with JoJo Calderwood this fight, and JoJo's really good at throwing elbow, so I think that's where she's kind of picking up on those.
Kelly with a TKO to close out her amateur career back in August of this year. Certainly on the right side of things. Near the waning
passes
moment.
into full mount.
Looks like Maddie's got a cut over her right eye there, and Annabelle's just letting heavy shots. She's got Maddie in a bad spot.
Kelly landing at will. Dave Selyusted is closing in.
It's hard for Maddie to get up from there because she's shrimping out, but Annabelle's doing a great job of staying nice and high and keeping those shoulders flat on the mat, and Maddie can't do anything right now.
Maddie doesn't look like she's working any of her mount escapes. Hopefully she can either pull that through, because I don't think with 45 seconds left on the clock she's going to be able to get out of this position. I think Annabelle might get the finish if she eats too many of these shots.
Consistent output for the fighter out of Syndicate MMA. .20 ticks to go, round one. And Dave Selyusted is going to call it mission accomplished in enemy territory for Annabelle Kelly.
That was the right stoppage. I mean, she was landing, I don't know how many unanswered shots there.
Yeah, she wasn't doing much. She wasn't trying to get out of the position. I think it was a good call.
Annabelle Kelly, all smiles. The fighter out of Syndicate MMA.
She has John Wood in her corner and the boxing coach.
A dominant performance all the way through, nearly a full 5 minutes, but getting it done, and a first-round TKO will be notched under the record of Annabelle Kelly.
It's a great way to start out your pro career.
Maddie Meacham moves over to 0-4. Annabelle Kelly again embracing her coaches. But we see Maddie Meacham over in the corner with our man Mace Sellers getting attended to. Took a little bit of damage there near the end, Caitlin. A lot of unanswered shots.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do from that position if you're not going to try to fight out of it.
All right, we're going to make it official right now with Jackson Hoops.
Here stands referee Dave Selyusted has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Annabelle Hells Bells Kelly.
Annabelle Kelly, impressive performance coming up here to Utah, making your pro debut. How you feeling tonight?
Feel really good. Like you said, it's my pro debut. I've been in martial arts for a decade now, so it's just like a full circle moment to finally call myself a professional.
How good did it feel to be able to throw elbows?
Dude, so good, so good.
So you're 1-0 now. Where do you go from here?
I want to be present in my life at this moment. You know, I'm a full-time college student, full-time fighter. I just want to be present in my life for a bit and just ease into my pro career.
Is there anybody you want to give thanks to tonight?
My amazing coaches from Syndicate, they came all the way out here from Vegas too. All my teammates, my fiance, and my family back home.
Once again, phenomenal performance, dominant performance, 1-0 now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your winner, Annabelle Kelly.
Salt Lake City, get ready for the biggest bare knuckle fighting championship card ever. Saturday, December 2nd at the Maverick Center. In the main event, Platinum Mike Perry knuckles up with Eddie the Underground King Alvarez. In the heavyweight co-main event, Big Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy collide. Also a rematch for the women's bare knuckle world title as champ Christine Misfit Faria fights Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Plus 2 other world title fights. Witness history live. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
All right, welcome back into Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. A great way to kick off the main card. Jason, another first-round finish. This one lended by Annabelle Kelly.
Yeah, dominant performance, smiles on her face the whole time, and you could see she was happy to throw those big elbows.
Kaylin, you were cracking up at that.
I had to ask. I asked that just for you.
Yeah. I think her response said it all. I mean, she was happy to be throwing them, and it looked like she really took advantage of being able to throw those finally in all the years she's been training MMA.
All right, well, we got another pro debut waiting in the wings. It's going to be Raymond Lawley and Teague Vigil. Jackson Hopes is going to bring him out right now.
Sponsored by Air Ease Comfort Equipment Supply. They take pride in not only distributing quality furnace and air conditioning supplies, but they also have strong core values of collaboration, enthusiasm, and simplicity. Air Ease Comfort Equipment Supply, built for life, yours. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Raymond Lawley and Teague Vigil to the cage.
All right, a jump up to pro for the overtly qualified Raymond Lawley. Jason, last time he found success was in this very building against Zach Hamilton, a 70-second finish in June of last year.
Yeah, Raymond Lawley's a guy that carries a big punch. He's always in shape, comes in ready to go. Traveling down here from Boise, Idaho. I'm excited to see this guy make his pro debut tonight.
Raymond Lawley, the #2 Idaho amateur featherweight at the time of his departure from amateur to pro, making his debut against Teague Vigil. Hasn't gone to a second round since October 23rd of 2021. He is very efficient in there. 2 wins by decision as well as 2 wins by finish. 1 by rear naked choke, 1 by TKO. We will have to see how he fares, but striking in the same place in which he nearly found Fierce Fighting Championship gold. Unfortunately, he did miss weight for that bout and was unable to be qualified for it. Raymond Lawley out of SBG, Idaho, making the walk right now. All right, 1 year removed, but back in the bays of the Maverick Center is Teague Vigil. Caitlin, 4 fights in, and tonight fairly fixated on that first win.
I mean, yeah, with a record of 0-4, I hope he can pull it together and get that first win. Hats off to him for getting back in there and not giving up so far.
Now, Jason, we have heard echoes of his exceptional grappling chops. Two-time state champion back in 2013 and 2014 at Syracuse High School, highly regarded as one of the top wrestlers to ever grace that school.
Yeah, this is a guy that every time you see him in the cage, he brings it. He's in a war. Every time he's in the cage, he's come close to getting a couple victories in there, and it just ended up coming on the wrong side of him. But Teague Vigil is a guy, don't let this 0-4 record fool you. This guy's going to bring it tonight. He will be a handful for Raymond Lawley.
All right, with that, let's pull up our tale of the tape presented by Water and Wellness. Raymond Lawley facing off against Teague Vigil in this professional featherweight bout. Vigil, 4 years senior to Lawley at 27 years old. Lawley 3 inches taller. Lawley did miss weight at 2.5 pounds at 148.5. Teague Vigil weighed in yesterday at 145 pounds. We do note the 4-1 amateur career of Raymond Lawley as he makes his pro debut. Teague Vigil winless at 0-4, looking to change that here tonight.
All right, Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by Air Ease Comfort Equipment and Supply. This fight is a professional featherweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, making his professional debut. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in above the contracted weight at 148.5 pounds. Fighting out of SBG, Idaho, hailing from Boise, Idaho. Fierce fans, make some noise for Raymond, Baby Ray Lawley. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 0 wins and 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of the Vigilante Academy, hailing from Roy, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Teague, the Vigilante Vigil.
Local Teague Vigil in the red gloves. Idaho's Raymond Lawley counters in the blue. This featherweight bout is brought to you by Air Ease. For high-quality heating and cooling products built with exact precision, choose Air Ease, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Raymond Lawley, 2-0 against winless opponents. Teague Vigil jumping up to featherweight. Enters in immediately for a takedown, rips the body. Down is Teague quick. No feeling out process whatsoever. Raymond Lawley landing at will. Down again is Teague.
Both of these guys are going for it.
Yeah, Teague won't stop fighting. He's been dropped twice, and he is not giving up in this fight.
Raymond Lawley shot out of a cannon. Just over the 32nd point of the first round.
He's looking to get underneath the throat. He doesn't have any hooks in.
Teague doing a good job of fighting off the grips there.
Vigil using his wrestling to get back up to his feet.
Vigil has been submitted by rear naked choke twice. Lawley's lone sub win as an amateur was also by that submission. Back up to the feet they go.
No feeling out process from these two tonight, Caitlin.
Nope, right into the heat.
Nice big knee from Teague. I think that might have hurt Raymond.
Down is Raymond once again.
That knee to the body hurt Raymond bad.
Teague finds himself on top.
Vigil is landing some mean, nasty elbows.
That's it!
Out!
Teague Vigil shocks the masses!
Holy
wow!
Crap, I was not expecting that.
Teague Vigil does it here tonight!
Good work from an underdog. Very, very impressive. He fought through some adversity at the beginning and was able to pull through that and get the win.
A comeback of all comebacks. Teague Vigil back against the wall, and we're going to look at it once again. Caitlin, take it away.
All right, so he gets the takedown, and then he lands some short elbows right here. And actually, I think Raymond actually goes out right here unconscious from those elbows. So I think that was a great stoppage.
Our man Tyler Tomlinson, certainly one of the best in the game. Teague Vigil does it in a new weight class. A huge moment for the fighter out of the Vigilante Academy.
Good for him. This has to be an incredible feeling for him right now. Getting that first professional win under his belt.
We will capture those raw emotions. On the other side of this, Jackson Ffc is ready to make it official right now.
Fierce fans, wow. Referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute 24 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout, Teague, the Vigilante Vigil!
Come on over here, Teague. Finally, 0-4, you come back here, you just keep battling back, man. How do you feel, man?
Man, God is good. God is good. That's all I can say. Don't ever count me out. I mean, as soon as I step in here, I'm willing to die.
I know it, man. I know it, and I know the fans know it. It looked like he had you hurt in there, and you just keep fighting back. Hey, I want to turn around and take a look at this finish here on the big screen over here. Walk me through this finish.
I hit that knee earlier. I felt him crumble a little bit. Had that whizzer, and there wasn't no resistance on the back. And most importantly, I heard the best 125 on the planet, Dietrich Jessup, yelling, "He's hurt." And so I just let it start going, dropping the bombs. And gotta thank my uncle, gotta thank Dietrich, he's gonna be in the UFC. And man, I gotta thank all the guys at One Hit for allowing us into the family. Aldo, thank you. And first and foremost, though, gotta thank my creator. So don't ever count me out, guys. And man, God is good. Thank you guys for not giving up on me, believing in me, and even through the garbage and through the challenges, one way or another, we're gonna make it to the top of the mountain. Thank you guys for everything, truly.
Give it up for your winner, Mr. Teague Vigil.
All right, welcome back into Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness, the best water in Utah. Change your water, change your life. Caitlin, we see it right there, Teague Vigil. What a moment for this guy. 0-4 facing off against a guy who was a bidding contender, one of the top guys in Idaho, and he gets it done in the first.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not only was it a great performance, he fought through adversity, and he got the finish in the first round.
Yeah, what amazing performance. I told you leading up to this, don't sleep on that 0-4 record. This kid will bring it. I promise you, Teague, I did not give up on you. I love to see it.
Jason, your thoughts on Dietrich Jessup saying he's hurt, Teague listens, and immediately goes for the finish.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, great corner work from Jessup. I love to see it. I cannot wait to see these guys back in the cage.
One of the tightest relationships in the state. We cannot wait to see what the future holds for them out in Syracuse, Utah. We are just about ready to bring out Kesley Collard and Hava Nathan Owens. Another one here on our pro card, Jackson Ffc.
Sponsored by The Break Sports Grill. There is no better place to relax with the best patios, craft cocktails, and made from scratch dishes like their famous mac and cheese. Be sure to visit their West Valley City location right next to the Maverick Center before and after the fights for 50% off appetizers and $3 Bud Light pints. Just show your tickets at the door at the Break Sports Grill. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Hava, Nathan Owens, and Kesley Collard to the cage.
All right, first and final shows of the year back is Hava Owens. Jason certainly surprised the masses back in January when he weathered the storm and won a handful of moments against the then undefeated Victor LaPerry.
Yeah, if that fight would have ended up going a couple more rounds, Nate Owens would have won that fight. Nate Owens is a dog. He's got great boxing. He's got good jiu-jitsu. We've seen him getting better and better every time he steps in the cage. Love it. Love watching Nate Owens fight.
Nate Owens has an amateur 5-2 career. On top of that, his 2 professional wins, all by finish. 5th straight fight in the Maverick Center for the fighter out of Maury Training Center. We saw earlier Ryder Campo be crowned the amateur featherweight champion. Also in the corner, we see Amy Campo as Nate Owens gets attended to. Nate Owens, certainly a big name out of that gym. Only been finished once, Jason. He's durable.
He's very durable, and that mustache is glorious.
Hava Nathan Owens also won an amateur belt back in the day during his time as an amateur from 2015 to 2018. 8 years of fighting this past June, recently passed that anniversary, and entering for the 5th straight time in the Maverick Center is Hava Owens. All right, 3rd walk of 2023, and looking to cap it off on a high note is 4'7's Kesley Collard. Caitlin, he's grown up in front of our eyes and with good company around him. Certainly a high-profile supporting cast in the family tree.
You know what? Kesley was one of my favorite training partners back in the day. He's a dynamic striker, awesome boxing, and he's so long and lanky. It's hard to get around his reach, and he uses it really well.
Unofficially landed 168 strikes against Thomas Prestridge. High voltage output for the fighter out of 4'7", Jason.
Yeah, Kesley Collard is one of those guys, every time he steps in the cage, it's fight of the night for Kesley Collard. He puts on a performance, great striking, great jiu-jitsu, all around great fighter.
Kesley Collard, obviously the brother of Clay Collard, who fights for $1 million in a world title fight for the PFL next Friday night. He gets the first shot at getting a win. 1-1 thus far in 2023. Looking to break that here tonight and move to 4-2 is Kesley Collard. Let's pull up that tail of the tape for this professional bantamweight bout. Hava Nathan Owens facing off against Kesley Collard, both fighters 28 years of age. Collard 3 inches taller. Hava weighing in at 135 pounds. Collard weighing in at 136. Hava Nathan Owens with a record of 2-4. Collard with a record of 3-2.
All right, Fierce fans, this fight is sponsored by the Break Sports Grill. This fight is a professional bantamweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyastad. Introducing the first fighter fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record of 2 wins and 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighed in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Maury Training Center, hailing from Oaktown, Utah, Fierce fans, make some noise for Hava Nathan Owens! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 and a half inches tall and weighed in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of 4'7" Training Center, hailing from Albion, Idaho. Fierce fans, make some noise for Cosmic Kesley Collard!
Third time this year, it's Kesley Collard in the red gloves, Hava Nathan Owens back in blue. This bantamweight bout is brought to you by The Break. You'll feel right at home in West Valley's own Break Sports Bar and Grill, just outside the Maverick Center. The Break, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Collard, back-to-back decisions for him this year. Owens lands cleanly on the chin, Jason.
Yeah, great striking so far from Nate Owens.
Nice teep kick by Kesley.
Finds him on the way in is Collard, crisp as we have seen him throughout the entirety of this year.
Yeah, Nate has heavy hands, but we know Kesley Collard is one of the most durable fighters in the promotion right now.
Owens with 1 TKO. That was back in August of 2018. As for Kesley Collard, his TKO dates back to May of 2021. Nice combination in the phone booth for Collard as he lands an outside leg kick.
Yeah, heavy leg kick.
Looks like
an eye poke.
Looks like we've got an eye poke. Kesley Collard immediately floored.
Oh, he's hurt bad, yeah.
Looks like he might not be able to see.
Yeah, he dropped right down, and he's saying he can't see. That doesn't look good.
Yikes.
Kesley will have his time to recuperate. We're going to see during this time if we can find the eye poke. Actually, looks like Kesley's going to remain in the corner. Kesley Collard getting checked out with Dave Sellistead. Brought in some sort of eye solution. We're going to see if we have the replay. Might be tough to see, but we're going to pull it up. Presented by Water and Wellness. It was right there on that overhand right by Nate, and immediately admitted to it.
Yeah, Nate looking concerned over there. Obviously, unintentional eye poke from Nate Owens.
Was his hand open on that?
We'll take it again, see if we can go a little bit slower.
Oh, yeah. His fingers were out. Ooh.
See if we can go back.
Look at that. His hands are just out like he's going to grab something.
Again, this replay presented by Water and Wellness.
Eye pokes do not feel good. No matter how much adrenaline you have in that cage, still feel them.
Minute and 12 seconds in, an unfortunate way to pause the action. We will have to see if we move forward. Wiping the eye is Collard.
It looked like he looked over and gave his brother a thumbs up, but
Caitlin, tough spot to be in, and on top of that, kind of the pressures of the entire arena just looking at you, kind of waiting just on you to make sure that you're good.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward position to be in. Because there is this kind of like fighter's mentality where you just want to suck it up and keep going, but then also you need to think about the health of your eye as a fighter.
he's saying he's good. He's looking over at his corner.
Looks like 2 minutes remaining is what we hear from the commission in terms of recovery time left for Kesley Collard before they will have to call it off.
It looks like it's getting better and better. It's able to open it a little bit more.
And Caitlin, does it begin to clear up more than anything?
It depends how bad it's scratched. Sometimes it takes like a couple days for you to actually be able to like look around or open your eye.
Looks like we have 1 minute remaining before we decide what the fate is of this bantamweight bout, as "Let's Go Kesley" chants echo through the Maverick Center.
All right, looks like the fight is on.
His last name's Collard. They're fighting.
Yeah, I didn't think Kesley was going to stop the fight from an eye poke.
As durable as they come, as both fighters get straight back to the action. Big shot landed by...
Ooh, Kesley going for a takedown. He's got the single leg, looking for the back trip.
Nate looks like he's searching for the neck, and Kesley's defending it. Nate's sinking it in. Oh, no. Got it out.
Owens' last submission was November 5th of 2022. Kesley has not been submitted since August 12th of 2016. But we also really haven't seen the grappling chops of Kesley Collard as of recent, Jason.
No, we haven't. I think he burst onto the scene with a nice triangle choke in LFA, and then ever since then, he's just stand and bang.
July 30th of 2021 here in this very arena, a regular spot for Kesley Collard to perform.
Looks like Kesley's sneaking in a little foot stomps there.
And Caitlin, pure curiosity, but do you think Kesley could be closing the distance considering that his eyesight might be a little obstructed?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the plan. You don't see Kesley forcing wrestling at all. He wants to strike normally. I think the eye is definitely playing into that. And it's also harder to see punches coming when your cornea is scratched.
Yeah, it's right on that left side, too, and Nate's been throwing that right all night.
And you can see him doing an unorthodox block on that side, too, so it's really bugging him.
Owens, quick-handed as Collard gets creative with it. Back to the body and upstairs is Owens.
Stiff jab by Owens.
Right back at it with Kesley with a nice jab.
Collard tried to catch the teep there, unable to do so. Back to the striking we go.
Oh.
Owens very creative with the striking, Jason. Body, head, back to the body, legs.
Yeah, he's real composed tonight. He's putting it all together tonight so far.
He's throwing some nice knees, and he's aiming for the head too, which is kind of harder on a taller opponent.
Maury Training Center, particularly known for their grappling, but their striking has been pretty exceptional tonight.
It's been pretty good tonight. We saw it with Ryder Campbell, and now we're seeing it again with Nate Owens.
Owens again searching for the neck. Collard reaching for the ankle.
I feel like Kesley needs to throw some strikes right here so he can stay in this position. There we go. So the ref doesn't break it up again. Lock his... Oh, he's so close to locking his hands behind his legs.
Yeah, Nate doing a good job defending those takedowns.
Nice knee by Owens. His Muay Thai clinch is on spot tonight.
Final 10 of round one.
Make some noise for round one.
Close out round one, a little bit elongated due to the injury, but Jason, your thoughts on both parties headed into round two?
Yeah, interesting first round. Not too much action. I thought Nate landed the harder shots in that round. His boxing was really crisp. After that eye poke, it didn't seem like Kesley could kind of get in his flow. He was trying to push Nathan up against the cage. I'm wondering how bad that eye really is.
Kesley Collard has invested 2 full fights at 15 minutes, 30 minutes of fight time in 2023. You've got to wonder how the body is holding up, but obviously known as tough as any of them. We're going to jump back over to a replay presented by Water and Wellness. We got it in slow motion here again.
He lands those hard knees from the Muay Thai clinch. He's controlling the back of the neck. Tries to go up top with those, but it looks like Kesley's blocking a couple of them. Thank goodness, because I think that could be a fight ender.
Certainly as tough as they come is Kesley Collard. Grateful to our production team over at Pat's Media for being able to pull that instant replay. We got a little slow-mo going this year, or at this show, to close out the year. Top of the second we go.
Nate Owens taking a page out of Joe Harrell's book with the leg kicks on Kesley Collard.
And that's a smart move against a taller opponent, kind of take out their base from underneath them. Just because it is a little bit harder to close the distance against a taller opponent with your hands, I think that's a smart move. Nice one, too, down the middle by Kesley.
Chance now of let's go Hava, or Hava, I believe is how it is correctly pronounced according to him. Breaks the guard of Collard. Begins to walk down a bit. Collard punches out of it.
Really like the composure from Nate tonight. He's not overcommitting on anything, setting up his shots, great combinations.
We've seen him grow with each performance, dating back to 2015 as he lands another one straight down and then another following up right hook. Collard still accurate with his offense as Owens lands another patented knee.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that eye's a little hurt. Usually we're seeing a little more output from Collard.
A fight of the year in February and one of the highest outputs back in June. Closes out the year here as he's clipped on the chin by Owens.
Nice stiff jab by Collard. Nate doing the one stalk, a nice little uppercut.
Collard lands a couple clean ones there. Pair of outside leg kicks to show as well as Owens utilizes the kicks.
And Owens is doing a good job just walking Kesley down, having him fight off of his back foot.
Owens connects to the body in that exchange.
So far it's been the boxing of Hava Nathaniel Owens.
Nice inside leg kick landed as well. Nice name pronunciation there, Jason. Good job.
You know, I've been working on it. Learn from the best.
Kesley looks to close the distance.
He kind of reached for that takedown, so Owens was able to easily counter that and reverse him and put him back on the cage.
Applying the pressure is Owens. Down is Kesley.
We haven't seen Kesley in these positions very much over his fight career here. Usually he's the one dictating the pace, and right now Owens is dictating the fight.
Down once again is Collard. Owens now searching for a hook, unable to do so. Continues to pepper from the top. Just under a minute to go, round two. As Owens now, two hooks in, a pop from the crowd for the fighter out of Maury Training Center. Kesley Collard has not been submitted since August of 2016.
Owens throwing some shots, and sometimes that'll get your opponent to lift up their chin so you can sneak the hand underneath the neck.
He just gets his hook, both hooks in. 15 seconds left in this round.
That will do it for
Make
round
some
two.
noise.
Substantial
One more
submission
round.
defense for Kesley Collard to weather the storm at the end of that one, Caitlin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Owens did a really good job staying on the back, throwing punches, but let's see if next round his game plan is to go in there, get the takedown earlier, and try to get that submission.
All right, headed into the third and final round. Jason, what do you think is being told by his older brother Clay Collard in there?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of looking at the demeanor of Kesley Collard before, and it's something that we haven't seen in the cage before. And I don't know if it's the eye or if it's maybe some of the shots that Owens has landed. Take nothing away from Owens. He's been landing some very hard shots tonight, but Collard just doesn't seem like himself tonight.
Certainly a minute and 12 seconds in did change the course of the fight. Not to mention, though, the spectacular performance thus far by Hava.
Yeah, he looks really good tonight.
Owens' last win was November 5th of 2022 in this very building. That was over Teague Vigil, who just had a huge moment himself, the fight prior to this one. Third and final round for this bantamweight bout. Kesley attacks up the middle. Owens with a stiff jab. Both fighters varying their offensive landing spots. As Owens lands a pair and another one to follow down the middle.
Yeah, that left hook over the top for Owens has been landing all night. Right on the temple.
Collard blitzes but misses.
Kesley's putting a little bit more output this round, but I do think he needs to finish if he's going to win this fight.
Yeah, I agree.
5 times combined, these two fighters have gone to a decision. Owens, winless in decision fights, as Collard lands a clean shot there and gets a pop. Nice knee up the middle for Collard as they separate. Trading back and forth. But certainly a highly touted bout between these two.
It looks like both of these fighters are a little bit tired this round.
I was just going to say that.
It doesn't look like their punches have much on it this round. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, they both look pretty winded.
Collard pulls that one out of his bag of tricks, unable to land, but still added to the style points.
Nice little hook kick there.
Owens lands his. Just over 90 seconds to go in our third and final round.
Spinning back fist from Collard. Collard's getting a little bit more creative with his striking.
That's something we haven't seen too often is collar gas. Oh, nice knee by Owens.
Combination landed for Collard, hands on the knees, a little bit of showmanship as Owens teeps to the body.
Nice dig to the body by Owens.
Trading back and forth, searching for a shot. Collard looks up at the clock.
Nate's been hitting that combination all night, little 1-2 leg kick all night. Nice stiff jab.
An evenly matched striking showcase as the Salt Lake crowd loves the performance between the two bantamweights. Final 10 seconds.
Oh.
Collard nearly lands a big one. Owens.
That was almost a kick to the back of the head. That would've been a little bad.
Great mutual show of respect from both fighters.
First fight going to decision tonight.
First fight of the evening going to decision. I apologize, Caitlin. I was counting them up, checking to see. But we will go for the first time here tonight to the judges' scorecards. All signs point to Havon, Nathan Owens getting it done. But Kesley Collard did have some big moments in there.
Definitely. You gotta wonder how much that eye poke really affected Kesley, but hats off to Nate. He put on a good performance, and it looks like he got cut here.
Bloodied and battered a bit as well. We see both fighters exhausted after 15 minutes. Kesley Collard has clocked in 45 minutes of time as we see the shakas from the fighter out of Maury Training Center. But 45 minutes, that is a lot of time, Caitlin, to be in the cage, especially against other professional fighters. Kesley Collard certainly makes it look easy.
It's true. It's a lot of time, a lot of damage to be taken, too.
Kesley Collard, a 4-3 amateur career, a 3-2 professional career. Here tonight being his 6th professional walk. We will have to see what the judges decide. If we jump back over to Nathan Owens. Looks like has his wits about him. But a big moment if he is to get it done. Arguably his biggest win as a professional, Caitlin.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, Kesley Collard is no slouch, so I think that's a big win on his resume.
Looks like we are just about ready to make it official. Jackson Hoops has the judges' scorecards in hand.
Fierce fans, after 3 phenomenal rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Nathan Owens!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here with the winner, Nate Owens. Nate, beautiful display of striking tonight. How you feeling, man? That was a 3-round war.
It was exactly how I thought it would be. When Zach offered me the fight, I immediately said yes, and I told him and expressed to him how much I loved Chelsea's style. I knew that one day we would fight and we would put on an epic showdown for everybody, and that was what we shot for, was fight of the year, and hopefully we got it. We're 2 of the best strikers in the division, and it was only a matter of time before we actually clashed and had our styles go against one another.
Yeah, phenomenal performance. You end the year on a big win. Where do you go from here? What's next for you?
Well, after this, I wanted to take a little bit of break and come back to the summer. But I wanted to help some of my team members, my coach. They have competitions coming up, so I want to make sure that I can express and show how much appreciation I have for them by using me as a body for the training camps, as well as helping them and helping myself get better. I hope to come back in the summer and put on another great show for you guys.
I love it. Is there anybody you want to give thanks to tonight?
I wanted to give thanks to my coaches, Eduardo Mori and Ernie Chavez. They're two of the best coaches in Utah with the best gym, best grappling, best boxing. My teammates, Ryder Campo, Amy Campo. I got all my teammates over at Mori Training Academy. I wish I could name them all, but we'd be here all night. But I love all you guys. I love my family, and I appreciate all the love and support that they give me throughout all this and sticking through it with me through the ups and downs. I really can't express enough gratitude towards my wife. We just recently got married, got back from a honeymoon.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. She's amazing. She really stuck through this with me, and she's my rock. She's my number one. And I most importantly, I want to thank God, because without Him, none of us would be here. So I want to thank all of you as well. Thank you for showing your support. Thank you for being here, guys. Let's blow the roof off this place again. Let's go.
Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your winner, Mr. Hava, Nathan Owens.
Salt Lake City, get ready for the biggest bare knuckle fighting championship card ever. Saturday, December 2nd at the Maverick Center. In the main event, Platinum Mike Perry knuckles up with Eddie the Underground King Alvarez. In the heavyweight co-main event, Big Ben Rothwell and Todd Duffy collide. Also a rematch for the women's bare knuckle world title as champ Christine Misfit Faria fights Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Plus 2 other world title fights. Witness history live. Get your tickets at bkfc.com.
All right, welcome back in to the Water and Wellness broadcast, Fierce Fighting Championship 28. What a show it has been thus far. Jason, I'm bummed about Kent Mafaleo and Darian Abbey being off the card, but my goodness, has this show shown out.
It's been a great card, top to bottom. We've had great fights. We've had phenomenal finishes. We've had some newly crowned champions tonight, and we got 2 more fights to go.
Caitlin, your thoughts? 10 fights in, 2 more to go, but it's been a whole lot of fun.
I mean, it's been so fun this night. I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is that upset with the 0-4 fighter pulling out his first win by stoppage in the first round. That was a really big highlight for the night for me.
Teague Vigil, certainly a highlight here tonight. We see Hava, Nate Owens. A huge moment for him. I was telling Caitlin, Jason, that's probably the biggest win of his career.
Yeah, I think that was a huge win for him tonight. He beats a guy in Kesley Cowder who always brings it, and he looked really good doing it. I mean, it was a 30-27 from all the judges. Pretty dominant performance.
All right, well, we are going to head over to the land of the heavyweights. Jesse Salmon facing off against Eric Iman, our friend to the broadcast booth, making the walk here tonight. We're going to bring him out right now.
I like it. I like it. You gotta dance to YMCA, right? Pay-per-view, you all at home, you guys could dance to YMCA. All right, Fierce fans, we have now arrived to the land of the heavyweights. Our co-main event of the evening is sponsored by Water and Wellness. As members of the Salt Lake City Business Hall of Fame, their 7-stage ultra-purifying and supplementing process provides their customers, these fighters, and the Fierce fans with the cleanest and healthiest water possible. Change your water, change your life with Water and Wellness. Fierce fans, make some noise and welcome Jesse Salmon and Eric Iman to the cage.
Congrats.
All right, well, on just 7 days' notice, it was all systems go for Raven MMA's Jesse Salmon. Caitlin, he's calling it David versus Goliath. Salmon stands shorter than his opposition for the first time since June of 2016.
Yeah, I mean, from looking at his record, it looks like there are a lot of submissions on there, so it'll be interesting to see if this heavyweight fight will go to the ground.
Jesse Salmon intends to move down to 205 pounds. We will get a tail of the tape up later on as Eric Iman is walking out, but this is the largest weight differential in the entire year, a 49-pound weight differential. Jesse Salmon tipping the scale at 208 pounds. As for Eric Iman, 257, Jason.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. And shout out to Jesse Salmon for taking this fight on short notice, and he didn't even blink an eye. He said, I'm ready. Get me in there.
I was chatting with him earlier today in the fitness center at the Fighter Hotel. He told me he feels like his back is against the wall, but he certainly feels primed to pull off the upset here tonight. Number 6 versus number 4, Jesse Salmon out of Hurricane, Utah, entering the cage right now. All right, a familiar face to the Fierce broadcast, and back from retirement is Eric Iman. Jason, he's been itching to get back in there. He finally gets to scratch it with Jesse Salmon waiting for him in the cage.
He's been telling us all year long that he wants to get back in the cage, and now he's got his wish. He's coming in here. He's been training with the likes of Kent Mafaleo, Zeke Latu. He's been in there with all the big heavyweights for this camp. He's ready to go. He's looking sharp. He's in phenomenal shape, too.
Speaking of the camp, he's been dialed into it, running, weight training, and MMA 6 days a week. 2-a-days to bout as well for Eric Iman. 45 years of age. We're going to pull up that tail of the tape to get the particulars, presented by Water and Wellness. Jesse Salmon, 38 years of age, 7 years older is Eric Iman. 4 inches taller is Iman as well. Again, we do note that 49-pound weight differential between Iman at 257 pounds and Salmon at 208. Salmon with a record of 3-2. Iman more well-traveled with a record of 8-7. Eric Iman back for the first time since April 30th of last year. 75% of his wins come by knockout. Previously a kickboxer turned MMA fighter many moons ago. Iman, the 3rd oldest fighter to ever make the walk for Fierce Fighting Championship, the 2nd oldest active fighter in Utah, only behind the likes of Sean Berry, who we saw face off back in September, Jason.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be a great fight. I'm so excited. Co-main event. Let's blow the roof off this place.
Fierce fans, we've entered the land of the heavyweights. Our co-main event is sponsored by Water and Wellness. This fight is a professional heavyweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Tyler Tomlinson. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record of 3 wins and 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighed in at 208 pounds. Fighting out of Raven MMA, hailing from Sacramento, California, Fierce fans, make some noise for Jesse the King Salmon! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 8 wins and 7 losses. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 257 pounds. Fighting out of Team Link Utah Training Center, hailing from O-Town, Utah, Fierce fans, make some noise for Eric Silverback Iman!
Eric Iman back in the red gloves. Jesse Salmon on short notice faces opposite in the blue gloves. This heavyweight bout is brought to you by Water and Wellness, the best tasting water in Utah. Change your water, change your life. And this fight was upgraded to our co-main event. Tyler Tomlinson in there once again, a busy man here tonight. 12 bouts on the card. Been with us throughout the entirety of the year. Hyman connects and backs Jesse down.
This is where that size difference.
Yeah. You can definitely tell there's a size difference, but I mean, Salmon just got the takedown, and Eric reverses it, and now he's in the full mount.
Wow. Brute strength.
What an exchange between these two heavyweights.
Hyman in a dominant position. We obviously see the size discrepancy early. Salmon with 2 professional wins by submission, but certainly in a tough spot as Hyman peppers from the top.
This is where you do not want Eric Hyman is.
Both fighters teeing off, a nice knee up the middle as Hyman finds himself on the bottom. Salmon persistent in the pursuit of the takedown.
And that is a big boy to be taking down,
Wow.
so that takes a lot of energy.
Eric fishing for the underhook here.
Jesse Salmon officially became an instructor over at Raven MMA less than 2 weeks ago.
Hyman, he's looking for that knee. It's coming.
Yeah, Jesse's got to look out for that. Oh.
I saw that coming. Jesse's bleeding from the nose right now. He's busted up.
Spoke to Eric Hyman earlier on in his camp, certain that he was going to win this fight, had no doubts about it. Certainly going well thus far for the Team Link heavyweight.
Oh, and
You know, props for Jesse to hanging in there, but he's in a bad spot.
for real, he is eating big shots right now.
That was a big knee right to the top of the head.
I thought he was out for a second.
I thought he was
but
going to
he's
drop.
not. His arms kind of dropped for a second, but
That'll do it! Eric Hyman with the finish!
Hey, shout out for Jesse Salmon for taking this fight on short notice. Eric Hyman, big, dominant performance.
Eric Hyman with the highlight finish.
heavy, heavy shots were thrown in that fight.
Dominant from bell to bell. 45 years of age. It is but a number for Eric Hyman. We do see the embrace between the two heavyweights. We're going to take it over to that Water and Wellness replay right now. Going to hold off for just a moment. Caitlin, dominant and just simply bigger and better. We're going to take it over to that instant replay right now.
All right, here we go. Jason breaks off, and then Eric throws a one-punch overhand, drops Jesse right to the floor. Ref steps in, completely stops it. But Jesse is right back up to his feet. He doesn't sit on the cage or lay there.
All hugs from the heavyweight champ, Kent Mafaleo. Eric Hyman is back in a big way. He's going to move to 9-7, and it looks like we're going to make it official with Jackson Hoops right now.
Fierce fans, referee Tyler Tomlinson has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 21 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Eric Silverback Hyman!
Take your mouthpiece out, big man. You know the drill, brother. You got to come over here on my good side. Eric, hey, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Jesse Salmon, taking this fight on short notice. Give it up for Jesse Salmon. Eric, you come in here, you get a big win tonight. How you feeling, big man?
I feel really good. I'm glad Jesse picked up Cortez's spine and put it to work, because apparently he lost it. But I feel great.
Was there anything that threw you off in there? You guys were throwing big bombs in there. You landed some heavy shots. Was there anything that threw you off?
No, I mean, he definitely threw some shots, but we knew he was going to try to take me down. So, yeah, not surprising. And I knew I only had to put one missile on him.
So I'm going to turn around and take a look at the big screen up here. We got the replay. I want you to walk me through this replay.
just trying to keep my feet wide. I knew when he disengaged, he was going to back up with his hands down. It was my time.
Just that right hand was set up right there.
Yeah, and I'm hitting as hard as I ever have, so.
So you've been talking about it all year long. You wanted to get a fight. You get the fight. You get the big win. Where do we go from here, brother?
You know, I'll talk to my coaches. I'd like to say I'm 45 years old. And I am super blessed to be able to do this with one of my oldest friends, Fabio, Buzz, Kent. These boys have really helped me out a ton, Marco. Zeke's up next. We're gonna see some fireworks out of Zeke. So I don't know what's next. But you know how many people told me that I was stupid to do this? A lot. But you know what I had? Control of my attitude, my effort.
I love it. Anybody want to give a shout out to? Sponsors, friends, families?
These boys right here, my friends and family over here, have my back. Yag, for being super understanding, because having a guy that runs a really large business and gets punched in the head's questionable. So thanks, Yag family. Yeah. Hey, I'd like to give a special shout out to my kids and Kane. Kane came in and just mashed me against the cage in that position for a month, every day. That's how come I didn't get taken down. So thanks, kid.
I love it. Anything you want to end us with?
You want me to?
You're too tired. I get it. All right.
Breathe it harder because I won. I wasn't breathing this hard in the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your winner, Mr. Big Eric Iman.
All right, welcome back in to Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. Jason, 105 fights into 2023. We got one more to go. How does it feel, man, all this time that we have spent cage side this year?
Man, what can I say? Let's top it off. Let's bring the roof off this place.
Kalen, you've been alongside us for the biggest moments of the year. It has been so special.
Chatting on the broadcast, we're going to just have Kent. He forgot to mention some sponsors tonight. We're going to get the undefeated champion here and take it away.
Hey, thank you guys. Sorry, I was a little emotional earlier. I forgot to mention some people, but first and foremost, I want to thank my head coach, Marco Sanchez, man. We be grinding, man. We be grinding like some bad breaks. We out here, man, and everyone that supports us, man, you're supporting our dreams. This isn't a hobby for us, man. This is our life, and you're gonna see us in the highest stage possible. But I couldn't do it without all my sponsors, so let me thank them. First and foremost, TMS Trees, All Tree Solutions. Thank you, FST Filtration, Salt Lake Vending Services, Atoa Family Services, Glow Pop, Assassin Muay Thai, and most of all, 22 Salute. I gotta thank my boy Ryan De La Huerta from Elite Smoking Vape. He's been riding with me since day one. And man, just everybody that follows me and supports me, I love you guys. Thank you.
Once again, the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champ, Kent Mafileo. Now, Dre, on the ones and twos. Let's hear it, buddy. Go ahead, Blake.
All right, welcome back in to the Fierce Fighting Championship 28, presented by Water and Wellness. Caitlin, you have been alongside with us for the biggest shows of the year. You have called and done an amazing job with us. How does it feel to be on the brink of the final fight of the year?
I mean, it's exciting and it's sad at the same time, but I'm excited to see what these heavyweights have for us in store.
Zeke Latu facing off against Cam Chisholm in this heavyweight main event. Zeke Latu has been on a tear. Cam Chisholm broke a losing streak back in June and looks to capitalize on it and extend the streak for the first time since his professional debut and second fight. Let's bring him out. For the final time tonight, we'll take it over to our man Jackson Hubbs to bring him out.
All right, anybody walking up the stairs right now, hold on, turn around, come back and sit down. This is your main event, and it is sponsored by Glow Pop. They are very experienced in professionally making some noise, and with all sorts of gummies to choose from, Glow Pop is perfect for peak performance and for chilling after the fight. Expand your mind or melt away with proprietary blends of Blue Lotus, Delta, CBD, and natural herbs at Glow Pop. Here's fans, make some noise and welcome our final two fighters of 2023, Cameron Chisholm Brungard and Isikele Zeke Latu to the cage.
All right, third time this year for Fierce Fighting Championship. Enter Cam Chisholm. Caitlin, a small sample size back in June as he bested Luis Cortez in just 14 seconds.
Yeah, that was an awesome win for Cam. I remember talking to his coach last time, and he said that when Cam is mentally in it, he's a scary dude. So I'm really hoping he shows up again and gives us another quick stoppage.
All professional wins by first round KO or TKO. Jason, his average win time? 1 minute and 5 seconds.
I'm going to take the under the first round in this one, Blake.
Cam Chisholm, again, as mentioned earlier, eyeing back-to-back wins for the first time since December of 2021. Those were his first two professional bouts. On top of that, a 5-fight win streak from August 16th to April of 2017, dating back to his amateur days. But like you said, Caitlin, when he is on, he is certainly accurate. We saw that back in June.
And I'm loving the dancing right now. Hakuna Matata.
No worries for Cam Chisholm. Third straight fight for Fierce Fighting Championship. Salt Lake twice, Idaho Falls once, although from Pennsylvania, certainly been busy over here in the West. All right, walk number 4 of 2023 for the face of Fight City, Isikele Latu. Jason, took him less than 2 minutes in his last outing. Looks to build on that with another tough test in front of him.
Yeah, he's been training with all the right guys. Ken Mafaleo, he's been in there with Eric Iman. He's been training with all the heavyweights, putting in the work. He's looking great. He's looking in great shape, and we know he throws big shots.
Zeke Latu, we have seen him have a recurring role here at the Maverick Center as he has appeared on every Maverick Center show this year. The only other fighter, as mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Viliami Kulu, to do that. Took just 1 minute and 44 seconds back in August to best Spur Roundstone in what was a dominant performance. All right, we're going to pull up that tail of the tape right now. We apologize for the record. Isikele Latu, Zeke Latu, popularly known, with a record of 3-1. 4-5 is the record of Cam Chisholm. On top of that, 3 years older is Latu. 1 inch taller is Chisholm. Latu weighing in at 266 pounds, right at that heavyweight limit. Cameron Chisholm weighing in at 265 pounds here in our main event presented by Water and Wellness. Again, Zeke Latu with a record of 3-1, hoping to move that to 4-1. We see Eric Wallin in the corner of the Fight City fighter. final entrance to the cage will be that man, Zeke Latu. And with that, for the final time here tonight, introducing the fighters is going to be our man, Jackson Post.
Fierce fans, this is your main event. This fight is sponsored by Glow Pop, and it is a professional heavyweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyusted. Now, one more time, to end 2023 the right way, I need everybody tuning into the pay-per-view and everybody here at the Maverick Center in West Valley City, Utah, from the upper suites to the arena seats, all the way down to cage side. Get on your feet, put your hands together, and make some noise! Yes, sir. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding a professional record of 4 wins and 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 265 pounds, fighting out of Team Vicious MMA and Broad Street Kickboxing, hailing from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Fierce fans, make some noise for Cameron Dark Shark Chisholm Brungard. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, and he weighed in at 266 pounds, fighting out of Fight City, SLC, and Rise Boxing, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for AC Kelly, Zeke Latu!
Maverick Center regular Ace Kelly Latu sporting the red gloves. Back once again is Cam Chisholm in the blue. This heavyweight bout is brought to you by Glow Pop. For peak performance or relaxing after a match, head over to glowpop.com. Glow Pop, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Zeke pops a jab in that orthodox stance. Southpaw, I apologize.
Nice little combination by Zeke right there.
Yeah, Zeke's fans' hands have looked extremely fast recently. We've seen Cam Chisholm take some shots before. If you remember in that Ben Moa fight, he took some big shots and just kept coming forward.
Zeke just landed a mean overhand left.
Let's not forget, Zeke is a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
We have seen more wrestling, although he has been connecting cleanly on the chin of Chisholm.
Now Chisholm's got Zeke hurt.
Chisholm landing accurately as well. Latu backs to the cage.
Ooh, nice head kick landed by Cam.
Both fighters slinging leather early here in round 1.
And Zeke Latu is oh!
Chisholm is floored. Latu trying to close out 2023 with a bang.
Zeke all over Cam Chisholm right now, just landing 5, 6, 7. Let's see how many unanswered shots.
I'm not a ref, but I think maybe this should get stopped. He hasn't covered for a single one of those shots.
Himself.
That's a big boy to be hitting you in the head that much. That was probably 30 unanswered shots. Blood is dripping from his head.
Latu certainly emptied the gas tank. We do see a little more defense from Chisholm.
And Chisholm's such a durable guy. Like he's not going to throw in the towel here. He's not just going to quit.
Cam Chisholm most recently finished back in January of 2023 against Ben Moa. Latu draped over the top of Chisholm as he continues to pound.
I'm surprised Dave is letting this go on because
I mean, Cam's back up to his feet. He's still in it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe good call from Dave. I guess he's the one in there and he can see his eyes.
There's blood splattered on the side of the cage right now. Whew.
You know, how tired is Zeke now from having to use all that energy throwing all those shots?
Yeah,
Chisholm taken down again.
I mean, I don't see anything from Chisholm. He's not even really defending himself.
Latu now searching for a submission. Goes back to the striking.
It's got to be slightly defeating being in Zeke's position, not finishing the fight after landing all of those punches, too.
That's really surprised me. I mean, a great job from Cam from getting up there, but, I mean, you take that many unanswered shots. I think, I mean, I don't have the rule book right in front of me, but big knee coming and elbow.
Latu been training alongside the likes of Kent Mafaleo actively throughout this camp. We see a Kent Mafaleo-esque elbow right there.
And another one. He's got his hands locked and the takedown.
Third time Chisholm has been put to the mat here in round number 1. Zeke with 35 seconds to work.
Two big guys in there. Zeke can't get his arms around Cam's neck.
Chisholm last submitted August 19th of 2022. Latu has not been to a second round. A nice knee there.
And Cam knew that was coming. He put his arm down real quick.
We will go to a second round, the first time for Kent Mafaleo.
Make some noise!
For Zeke Latu, I apologize. Since November 14th of 2015. That was 7 fights ago. Interesting first round, to say the least. Jason, your thoughts as we look over at the corner of Zeke Latu?
Yeah, I mean, they're both clearly winded there. Like I said, I'm not a referee, not critiquing Dave by any means necessary, but I just feel that you land that many unanswered shots and not do anything in return, you're out of the fight.
I mean, who knows with heavyweight fights, Ken could come back, land one shot, and then it could be over.
Shot and it's over. Now Zeke's sitting here thinking, wow, this fight should have been ended 5 minutes ago.
Both submission losses for Cam Chisholm have been by rear naked choke, position that Zeke found himself in quite a bit in that first round. But we will go into uncharted territory, at least in recent memory, between these two heavyweights.
So much for the under in that first round. These guys just both gave it all in that first round, and they're tired. We got to go another 5 minutes.
That hug was like a hug of tiredness.
Cam now a little bit more active. Latu still throwing a spring in his step, spinning back fist for Latu.
Landed.
Well, now Latu's tired. He's gassed from the first round. Like, this is...
Oh, no.
Chisholm still won't go away. Latu is down.
Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, but no way.
Chisholm going to work, and he will do it. Cam Chisholm caps off 2023 with a comeback win.
What a comeback.
Cam Chisholm lighting it up in Salt Lake City. Latu still down. Chisholm going over to thank him for the fight. A sporadic way to close things. Certainly a turn of the tides, Caitlin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, how awesome is that? I mean, we thought Cam was down and out. He turned it around, got the finish in the next round.
We're going to take it over to our replay one last time, presented by Water and Wellness.
And this is the mean ground and pound. He threw some calf kicks right there, which is rare in a TKO position. The ref stepped in, stopped it. He got the finish. Beautiful finish by Cam.
The grit for Cam Chisholm to come back after taking a beating in the first round, in which both you and Jason were very noticeably saying this fight should be stopped. Zeke should be getting his hand raised right now. Cam Chisholm comes back, gets a second wind, and gets it done.
So wild, so wild. I'm now glad the ref let it go, because this was an awesome finish. What a turn of events.
And again, Cam Chisholm snaps that win streak, moves over to 2 in a row for the first time since 2021. Final time. We're going to take it over and make it official with our man, Jackson Ffc.
Here's fans. Referee Dave Selya said it's called a stop to this contest at 33 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Cameron Dark Shark Chisholm Brungard.
Lots of respect between these two fighters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner. Obviously exhausted, Mr. Cam Chisholm. Cam, that was a banger, man. You guys left it all on the line in that first round. How bad were you hurt at the end of that first round?
All right, y'all want the truth or a lie? Because, like, truthfully, I was fucked up. Like, I was not okay. I looked up and I was like, Jake, where are you? Help! Right? And, like, he's, like, hitting me. He's like, ooh, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's the nature of the game, dog. It is what it is. But, I be trying to tell people I'm part Samoan, so, like, we're built for this, brother, you know? Zach said it best. Sometimes you need a poly to fight a poly. And we deliver. It's what we do, you know? So I appreciate Zeke so much. I told him to straight up right here. Hardest person I've ever faced. Like, that was crazy. But I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here, bro, because y'all don't want to see me no more, bro. Y'all just want to go home and eat and whatnot. So thank you for having me. I appreciate all of you guys. I will gladly come back and fight for you guys any day of the week. Zach has my number. He knows hit the line. I don't care if it's 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 months. I'm pulling up.
I want to turn around and face the screen up here. I want you to walk me through this finish here. You landed some big shots.
Honestly, it was just finding the right one. And I was like, I need to take that leg out because I didn't want him to stand up. Because if he stood up, I knew it was going to be a problem because he hit me really, really hard. And he was generating so much power. So, like, I just want to take as much out of him as I could. But, yeah, tough dude. Tough dude. There's a reason he was 3-1. Very, very durable human being. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I won that one because we started fatiguing. That's all that was. That's all it was. But thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to before we let you go grab some food?
Combat Corner. I want to give a big shout out to my coach, Jake. A lot of people don't know this, but Jake has been like the older brother I've always wanted. He has guided me through personal struggles, fight struggles, just life, you know? He took me in, like we didn't have to. He actually cornered against me twice, which is how we met. And Jake, I love you to death, brother. Thank you so much. I would not be here without you. I would run through a brick wall for you any day of the week. I love you so much, man. I really do. Thank you. Shout out to my girlfriend, my fiance, and my kids, you know, all my friends, family back home. There's a lot of people, bro. Come on. We want to go home, bro. Come on now. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up your winner, Mr. Cameron Chisholm.
Fierce fans, what an incredible 2023. Thank you, fighters. Thank you, fans. December 2nd, right here, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Get your tickets. Use the promo code FIERCE. 10% off of your tickets tonight. Drive safe. We'll see you in January up in Idaho Falls. In February, back here at the Maverick Center with the Fierce Fighting Championship. Make some noise.
All right. Welcome back in. We're going to get into the Water and Wellness broadcast booth in just a moment. But prior to when we get a camera on us, just need to talk a little bit about that performance. Cam Chisholm getting it done. I think tonight is kind of the theme has been comebacks, Jason.
Yeah, it's been comebacks all night long tonight. A great night of fights, top to bottom. Cam Chisholm comes in with a big win in the main event tonight.
A huge moment for so many. Just getting set up here in the Water and Wellness broadcast booth. Once again, Blake O'Rulian alongside Caitlin Neal, PFL flyweight, as well as always our man, Jason Laporte. And guys, it's been a phenomenal year. We got to kick it off with how special this card was. Caitlin, so many good fights, 11 finishes out of 12 fights. Your thoughts on this card here tonight?
This was wild. This was an awesome card. All the finishes were awesome. I had a lot of friends fighting, so it was so fun rooting for them. Some heartbreaks, some victories. So, I mean, through all the emotions, it was just a really well put together fight.
Jason, again, top moment of the year for you. We've done 11 shows together. Again, 106 fights. Caitlin, you've been alongside us for the biggest ones. Each of you, just top moment of the year. I'll start with you, Jason.
Man, there's so many to choose from. I mean, I'm going to go way back to the Fierce Challenger Series. Hector Lopez winning the belt on his pro debut, fighting a guy that nobody was giving him a chance, and he ends up getting a submission win against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. I mean, I keep going back to that fight. Fight of the year for me was the Kesley Steyerwalt fight. That was just a banger fight. But there's so many fights. I'm sure I'm leaving a ton of them out of there. But, yeah. And then our boy Eric Iman capping off the night.
You got something to say,
in the
Eric?
co-main event. Uh-oh. Eric's always got something to say.
We're going to give it over to him for just a second.
Jason, you go ahead and lead.
All right, Eric. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. How does it feel to come back to the broadcast booth after getting a nice victory? This has to be a first.
Yeah, it is for sure. I'd like to really shout out to Jesse. I'm a tall order on any amount of time, and to come off the couch in a week's notice and give up 50 pounds, savage. What a stud. And I hope he really goes far. I think Cortez is a bitch.
So what's next for Eric Iman? I mean, I know we're going to have you in the broadcast booth soon.
I don't know. I'd like to say it's over, but I don't. I'm not good. I'm only good at a couple of things, and this is one of them.
I won't ask what the other one is.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and that has to be off broadcast. I just really appreciate the organization for sticking by me, making me part of it. You guys always talking highly of me, and I just can't say how much I appreciate Fierce.
So I have one last question. Since now that you've caught your breath, can you just give it to me one time for the fans that are listening at home?
I'm a Harley Davidson riding, tattooed, cage fighting, kiss stealing son of a gun, and it's hard to keep these Converse down. Woo!
Great fight tonight.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations on a big win, Eric.
I appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Oh, we're going to the break if you guys want to have a beer.
Love Eric Iman. Can't wait to have him back in the booth.
Man, nothing like getting a little bit of Eric Iman in your life.
I wanted to get it in the cage, but he was a little out of breath in there, which I'll forgive him for that one.
All right, Caitlin, we're going to jump back over to you. Top moment of the year.
Top moment of the year was when Melanie and Aaron fought. Melanie broke Aaron's arm, and then after the fight goes up to shake her hand and shakes the arm that she broke. That was my highlight.
I don't know if we highlighted it. No, I think you did highlight it on the broadcast.
I pointed it out. I pointed it out.
That was a good one. Actually, Melody Schrock is going to be on the card in just a couple of months. Our first show of the year over in Idaho Falls at the Mountain America Center. She will be defending her bantamweight title over there. But before we talk about that, we got to talk about BKFC coming to the Maverick Center, Salt Lake City, December 2nd, live from the Maverick Center, the deepest card of all time for the promotion. Jason, huge names on this card. Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez, Ben Rothwell, Todd Duffy, Jeremy Stevens is on the card. There's multiple titles on the card as well. Just something that you're looking forward to. I know there's getting a lot of buzz around here in Salt Lake City for them to come.
Yeah, obviously the local guys are getting a lot of buzz here, but having Mike Perry, Eddie Alvarez coming and fighting at the Maverick Center, I mean, this is huge. It's huge for Salt Lake City. It's huge for the fight game in Salt Lake City. I am pumped. I cannot wait. And obviously we have a ton of fierce friends fighting on this card. It's going to be quite the night.
Yeah, speaking a little bit about that, Caitlin, some of these locals, Utah heavyweight legend we saw earlier, Ben Moa, 100% KO rate in MMA. On top of that, the Fierce FC middleweight champion, pound-for-pound number 3 ranked fighter in the promotion, Mike Jones, with also a 100% KO rate. On top of that, Trevor Bradshaw and a slew of others. Local names you're looking forward to, things you're looking forward to on December 2nd.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to watching Mike Jones throw down. He is a knockout artist, and I think it'll be even more brutal watching him fight without gloves on.
Jason, we saw Ben Moa, and we thought he was done back in January. He's back, and he's going to bare knuckle.
He's a fighter's fighter. You knew he wasn't going to throw it in. They dangled the carrot in front of him, and he's like, hey, I got to do it. I got to do it.
We've spoken about this before, but Mike Perry just seems to be made for the sport of bare knuckle FC. On top of that, Eddie Alvarez with a 1-0 record as well. Two of the biggest names.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger fight. I've watched both those guys fight a few times in bare knuckle, and there's no quitting either one of them. Both fast, both powerful, and both dogs when they get in there.
All right, well, speaking of can't miss combat, we got to talk a little bit about January 27th, Fierce Fighting Championship 29 live from Idaho Falls at the Mountain America Center. The return of Yazin Haji defending his bantamweight title. The return of Melody Schrock defending her featherweight title, Spencer Woodland facing off against Chris Falau, and so many others. Jason, some big names that are going to be up there in Idaho.
I love watching Spencer Woodland fight, and he's fighting Chris Falau, who's been on a tear recently. I saw that fight get announced, and I'm marking that one as a fight of the night potential.
Caitlin, looking forward to it as well, I'm sure. We sold it out back in February. We can't wait to go back there in the wintertime.
Yeah, definitely. It was so fun going up to Idaho, watching them fight, and I'm excited to see if Melody will break another arm.
Well, it has been so much fun. I'm kind of sad doing this right now. I just can't believe we're about to sign off for the final time. But, Jason, thank you so much. You have done an incredible job. Caitlin, you came in, and you have done an incredible job as well. Thank you both so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys make this show so special for me. On top of that, our guys over at Pat's Media, we don't give them enough credit. Jordan Buscarini, as well as our man Ryan. So many people here to thank from everyone at Fierce Fighting Championship, from those who put on the show to Pat's Media and our production team. Thank you so much for an incredible 2023, and we will see you in 2024.